Not actually.
Oh,
Sorry. I am
you're
straight.
not my.
I am straight. And you claim to be straight.
Yeah, I claim to be, but who knows
Yeah.
if I really am.
I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. You haven't been very convincing in your
Yeah,
claim.
well, you know, um, you never know what you are until you know.
Yeah. You could always try it out, I guess. But it's funny because I always thought I had to try it out. And then I like tried it out
Um,
and I didn't like it just exactly like I thought I wouldn't
how'd
like
you
it.
try it?
Why?
No, how? What did you
How?
do?
Just the regular stuff?
You sucked to someone's dick?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
That's hot.
Not really, no. It was just like a hard hot dog, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, 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 when I kissed one of my best friends on the cheek, he was a dude.
Yeah, that's not quite the same, bro. That's not really the same.
I
Ah.
can see your chat on your
Welcome
screen.
in, Nomsky. Yeah. Is that a problem? That's fine, isn't it?
No, that's not a problem. It's funny.
It's fine,
Um,
okay.
remotely similar. Well,
Also,
I kissed him
welcome,
on the
Nomsky.
cheek because it was like him and I were doing truth or dare with two girls, and one of them dared us. So it was like, oh, like fuck
Yeah,
me.
me and a friend kissed because we were both trying to impress a really hot girl once too. Neither of us got with
Did it
her.
work?
No, we just ended
Yeah,
up
I feel
kissing
like
each other and not getting with her. I think she was just
girls
messing with
just
us.
yeah.
Yeah.
Why do girls do that?
I think they get off on the power trip of like having that much control over guys. Some of them, anyway.
Hmm.
I don't know if they're all like that.
That's like the plot of Challenger. Is that movie? That's not even remotely similar. Angie says. Yeah, I guess you're right, Angie. Your typing's making me die. Um. Hmm. Do you like when girls have power over you?
I do, yeah. Hi, foreskin.
What do you What do you like about it?
I like when there's almost like at least sexually, there's like a tension and a bit of a power struggle.
Hmm. And you
Do,
like to lose the power struggle?
I think I like when it's back and forth.
Hmm.
What about you,
Um. I like when I like when she puts up a fight.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay,
but
I guess I'll accept your collab, but I still have to go soon.
that's okay, bro. That's okay. Um.
Um,
Oh, is it flipped on your stream? No, on your stream it's not flipped. Just Discord is flipping it.
I don't I don't know what it is.
Yeah. So are you into that? You said you like when they put up a fight, but you want to.
I like girls that are mean.
Nomsky says I feel like I walked into a conversation I shouldn't have been part of. You like girls that are mean? I don't know if I like mean, but I like a bit of back and forth.
Hmm.
Rekaz says he likes getting pegged. I assume he's talking about you, Elm.
Why do people think that?
You just have that vibe, bro. I think it's like you're. I've said this before. You sound like a gay anime character.
That's good.
Is it? It makes people think
Yeah.
you like getting pegged.
Yeah.
Are you able to send video to Discord?
Yeah, I think
Yeah?
so.
Because my chat can't see you.
Oh. Oh, okay, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Just start virtual camera in OBS. Hey, there we go. Now we're talking.
Um. Yeah, here we are. The band terp. He into them tsunderes. Yeah, I like tsunderes a lot.
Oh, that
That's
doesn't work.
nice. Yeah, you have to like do monitor capture and then turn on your camera
Bruh.
in Discord.
I still need to work all that stuff out, bruh. To be honest.
Hmm. Um, I think they're being like the angle of toxic masculinity and homophobia are most likely the root of those comments, whether people realize it or not.
Wait,
Yeah, the male G spot is in the butt.
What's the
Have you ever
reason?
touched your G spot?
I don't think so. I used to dig in my butt. I don't.
Are you gonna touch your G spot before you die?
I don't. I don't think I have one. I don't know if it's a myth or different people are different, but nothing that magical really happened in there for me.
We gotta find out.
But I feel like I did all the finding out I could do.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What about you? Have you explored that area or what?
No, like a really good poop feels good though.
A really good poop does feel really good, but I feel like putting things in doesn't feel as good as squeezing them out.
What if the G spot felt better than gooing?
But I feel like I would know about that. Also, hello, Mr. Wolf, welcome in.
Yeah, but you wouldn't know because you haven't done it.
But I did my best. I put in my very best effort, and nothing happened.
You dug in your butt.
Yeah. What about you?
I've never went near it.
Never went near it. Okay, so you have some decency, some standards, some self-respect. That's good. I like to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Could be an issue of
Technique? Reduce sensitivity, individual differences, I guess. Yeah, maybe. Has my beep boop had good experiences?
I don't know. I don't know. I do know that I've known some people that dated guys that pegged themselves.
Pegged themselves. How do you peg yourself?
Hairbrush or something.
I don't think that's called pegging yourself though. Pegging is a very
What's it called?
specific thing, I feel like.
What is pegging then?
It's when there's like a strap on.
Oh,
yeah,
I thought
that's
pegging just
thrusting
meant
everything.
anything.
No, pegging's not
Oh
anything.
oh
bro.
my god.
Yeah, so you're
Wait,
into
so if a-
something quite specific.
If a girl asked to peg me, that means she'd want to wear a strap on
Yes.
and get behind me.
I'm shocked you didn't know this.
I thought she meant just like putting shit in my butt.
Nah, bro.
But that means like full on fucking like she's humping you.
Hello, time. Welcome in time. I did get Battlefield 6 working.
Let me in your butt, you're missing out. Jeez, I don't think I'd ever be cool with pegging. Like, I couldn't imagine a girl being behind me and doing that.
There you go. There's definitely a time where I was interested, but I think that time might have passed. I don't think I'm the adventurous person I was as a teenager. Or even in my early 20s. I feel like I've settled in. Settled in as a boring, completely straight man. No massive kinks.
I mean, you can be freaky. You can be freaky.
Me?
Like, you could be freaky and straight.
Yeah, I'm
You
just
just
not
gotta
even
get
that.
good at-
I'm just not even that freaky though.
You don't like whisper in her ear when you do that thing?
Do what then?
When you put in the wiener?
I mean, whispering to me, that's pretty vanilla. How's that freaky to
Well,
whisper?
it depends on what you say to her.
I love you? That's not really freaky, is it?
Yeah, that's not freaky at all.
No. I don't think I'm freaky, bro. I'm vanilla, dude. My favorite pizza is margarita.
I've never even had that.
You're Italian, you haven't had a margarita pizza?
Yeah.
That's cooked, bro. What are you doing?
Yeah, like whisper in her ear, like, I'm gonna poop on you.
Yeah, I would never do that. Time says peep a freak, but I'm actually just not a freak, bro. I feel like I was an aspiring freak. I wanted to be one, but it just wasn't my destiny. My destiny is to be vanilla AF, straight guy.
So you just want to find a girl
Yeah,
and be vanilla with her?
yeah. But no one seems to be interested. Although, I'm not going to lie, I went on Cupid a couple of days ago, and she seemed interested, bro.
Think so?
Yeah, she seemed genuinely interested. She was like into it.
You gonna go back on?
I thought about going back on today, but I was enjoying yours and Chio's streams too much.
Well, I think she's live tomorrow.
But it's probably not shoot your shot tomorrow, though. I think she just does that Wednesdays and Fridays.
I don't know. I'm not sure. She might.
I guess we'll see. Yeah, I think it would be nice if we both went on, because even if we don't go literally on together, it'd be nice to wait together. Because you know how you just sort of sit in the Discord for ages.
Yeah, typically when I wait though, I like freak people out.
But that's good content, no?
Yeah, no, it is content.
Yeah.
Being in the waiting room is low key fun sometimes.
Yeah, I actually had a great time in the waiting room. I was with a really cool dude. But then after I got kicked, I was dumped into a different room with some guy that was like super aggressive and angry at me. He said I wasn't a real Christian because I haven't read the entire Bible.
Mia said, you know, the show is just for content.
The Q-Pod thing? That's what people tell me, but she seemed genuinely interested. I mean, people have been telling me that she's in a relationship with that jar guy.
You should just go back on and like you should just tell her. Angie taught me this from the chat actually.
Yeah.
Like she said, Angie said if you really like a girl, you got to tell her just that you like her straight out. You got to be like, I like you.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I think that voice is quite disturbing and disgusting.
Why?
It's just gross. It sounds like it reminds me of that the guy that likes the rusty spoons. You know about that?
Salad fingers!
Yeah.
Wait a second, I'm just like him for real.
Wait, who's just like who? You're just like Salad fingers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even close. Jesus, don't say it like that. You'll get a restraining order. Oh no.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Peepcast is killing me.
That's the
It's best to learn to be self-aware.
Restraining order material.
I think you should tell her. I think you should ask her to be your boyfriend.
Ask Qbot to be my boyfriend.
On stream.
The funny thing is, I wasn't even interested in Qbot. I didn't think that she'd be remotely interested in me, and I didn't think she'd be remotely interested in Christianity. But then she seemed interested in me, and she seemed interested in Christianity. I was like, maybe
what if
there's
it's all
something
for
here.
content?
Well, I just don't want to believe in that reality, you know? Especially after the way everything went with Chio, you know? I need to take every victory I can get.
Yeah, how is that? Are you guys still talking?
We don't talk. We don't really talk. I watch her streams, but, yeah, it's just nothing.
It's okay, bro.
It's sad. She raided me a while ago. Like,
that's good.
It's funny because I feel like I keep thinking, okay, nothing, no chance, and then something little like that happens. Like she raided me. But then
it's probably just a friendly gesture.
Yeah, I guess so. But she did say that she doesn't think you become friends first. She did say that.
Really?
Yeah.
So you got to shoot your shot?
Yeah, which I feel like I did. Right? Show my shot.
Do I really just have to start shooting my shot before trying to be their friend? It varies girl to girl. It has to vary.
It probably does vary. I don't know how hard. Time says we don't talk. I watch her from afar. That's not creepy. Oh, that's funny. What were you saying? Oh, every girl has to be different. I think probably every girl is different, and I think it's probably different with every girl how much you sort of ease into it. I would say.
I shouldn't whisper in their ear.
Not the first thing. I wouldn't go, I like you. Like when I first meet them, I wouldn't do that.
That's good. That's really good.
The way I said it was good?
You did that. Yeah, you did that good.
Do you know why I said that? Well?
Why?
Because I like you.
I like that. You should do that more.
Yeah? But the thing is, and I feel like the mistake I made is like if I go fully for content, then I feel like it doesn't work out with the ladies. I think that's the mistake I made with Chio. I tried to make it content rather than actually making the right moves. And I think that's why it didn't work out. And I think you make that mistake on your dating apps as well. I actually think it would be good content if when you were on the dating apps, you were actually trying to get with the girls. I think that would be good. You don't think so?
Yeah, but then I'd be too picky.
Just be picky, bro. Just actually get with someone. Still seems parasocial. Well, bruh, I don't know what to do. I just started watching her stream. I thought she was cute. I call it parasocial if you want, but it is what it is. I mean, I'm not hunting her down or anything.
Well, if I don't know. I feel like you take any sign and I don't take any. You take signs, I
that's
don't take
true.
signs.
But like, I'll interpret like a girl saying hello as like, okay, she wants to marry me, and I feel like with you, a girl could be like putting her hands all over your body and being like, "Do you work out?" And you'd be like, "She hates me."
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm fucking depressed now.
I like what Wolf said. Wolf said, "We went for a walk, then she noticed me, so we went for a run."
Ooh, that's good. Maybe you're the next Joe Goldberg. That's kind of cool.
Who's that?
You never seen You, the show?
No, I heard about it. He's like a creepy guy, right? He's like a sociopath.
Yeah, he stalks girls, but they like find it hot.
Yeah, I don't think Chio found any of it hot, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
How do you call this person Maya or Beep Boop?
I call them Mia.
Mia? Mia says, honestly, just looking out for you by saying that. No shade intended, but I get it's grating.
We need you on craft. It's an emergency. What is it?
Wow.
Emergency.
Because said it correctly. Also, it's my. Hang on. What did I did? I can't remember which one I said. But yeah, you say Chayo instead of Chio.
Yeah. It happened again. What, they died on my plot?
Cancel the stream. But we were just getting so close, guys. Elm and I were really hitting it off. And I'm not doing a character or anything, which is nice.
Help? Wait, they need my help. Okay. Help, fuck, goddamn fuck. Okay.
Can I get in on this Minecraft thing so it's not like I'm just getting ditched?
It would take way too long to set up.
Yeah, that's what I tell people.
Raid.
That's what I tell people when I don't want them to join my Minecraft. A raid would be awesome though. No, I'm just trying to be funny. Raid
no,
awesome.
I enjoy when you come on my stream and we talk.
I enjoy talking to you too.
Like I said, I did say too, I can't talk for too long.
You did say that. That is factual information.
At the start.
There's just really good chemistry. We have chemistry.
Yeah, no, I love how much I can say weird shit and you keep a straight face. It's actually really funny.
It's good.
Our conversations are good. Well, we'll have to do another therapy time or some shit soon. I'm gonna do like
collab on the reg. I feel like
we could collab here and there and see what's up.
I say reg, you say here and there. I see how it is.
Well, it's good to do solo content.
Yeah. Especially on OnlyFans. That's where your solo content really pops.
That's where your content really pops.
Your solo content.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna shoot you a raid and end my stream because it is 4 a.m.
True.
So, KJ, you saw KJ. I don't. Yeah, KJ. I'm straight.
As he keeps saying.
I'm just trolling.
You're trolling when you say straight, right?
No, bro, no.
I'm so confused.
Okay, well, they're calling me to the It's okay, we don't judge you. Thank you, KJ.
Wolf says straight is a roundabout from what I've heard.
All right, that is fucking crazy. No, I am just straight.
Why don't you act like it then?
I'm straight as fuck. What's up?
Hell yeah, brother. That's what I'm saying.
But I'll end here. And throw you a raid.
Okay,
I'll be live again tomorrow, though.
Bro. That's awesome. Appreciate
Yeah,
you,
I
man.
mean, you've rated me, so
Elm, would you follow me?
I thought I already had you followed.
I don't think so.
Oh no, I'm not following you. I'm not going to.
Because I asked for it?
Yeah.
Is there a way? What would I have to do to get you to? Oh, he did follow. What's up? Thanks for the follow, Elm. Thanks for the follow. Thank you.
Will you uwu?
I just been watching too much
Will you-
Chio, bro.
Will you uwu because I followed?
Well, that's as uwu as I'll get, bro.
No, can you just go uwu?
Uwu.
Okay, that's good enough. Okay,
That's
sure.
good. That's good enough.
Mason doesn't even follow Lance. No, I do. He could check. Holy Hollywood. Yeah, Angie, I'm Hollywood as fuck. You already know. All right. Well, that was a fun talk, Peep. I had fun, bro.
Yeah, me too. I hope I didn't come
well, I'm
across
gonna-
as toxically masculine. I
God,
just
I'd
was
hate to
making
be
jokes.
stuck in an elevator with this dude. Are you talking about me or him?
Probably me,
Nah,
no?
No, you're fine.
Yeah?
Yeah, hold on. Hold on. I have to cancel the raid and then I'll redo it. All right, I'm gonna do an outro, but I'll leave the call before I raid you just so I can do an outro.
Okay,
And
that
I'll
sounds
shoot
good.
you the raid.
That sounds
But it
good.
was fun, Peepcast. Let's talk again soon. Let's
Absolutely.
talk again soon. Whenever I do a therapy stream I'm gonna do a fortune telling stream and shit. I love when you join. I think
Fortune
it'll be
telling is
fun.
evil, though, bro.
Yeah, I'd love to tell your fortune though, bro. It's okay. I'll just guess, bro. I won't actually tell your fortune, so you don't
You
have to
better
worry.
not, bro.
Okay. Okay, bro. All right, I'll catch you soon, man.
All right, bye, Elm. Love you.
Love you too, bro. Peace.
Hey, you said it.
Okay.
Oh man, that's awesome. What a guy. What a great guy. Now let's get ready to do my stream. I'll turn TTS on, I think, especially if we're gonna have a raid. It might be hard to keep up with reading chat. Let's definitely not announce names. Let's go Microsoft Mark. And so that should be all good to go. We'll stop collabing. It's not letting me stop the collab for some reason. Why is it not letting me stop the collab? And stream together. There we go. There we go. And for all you people that were constantly telling Elm to end stream, he's finally doing it. So Dubski's in the chat. How's Soren doing time? Yeah, Soren was actually live today, which is cool. Peep, I talked to Soren today. Yeah, I talked to Soren too. Not live tomorrow. What? No Elm tomorrow? No Elm tomorrow is crazy. I just want him to be live every day. I'm not gonna lie. Why isn't TTS working? I definitely... I have to type it in again. Peepcast. Connect. Okay, we got the raid. Thank you, Elm, for the raid. What up, my glip glops? What up, my glip glops? Welcome in. Welcome to the Peepcast stream. Usually I have like music playing in the background. We just hanging and dangling. I was thinking about playing some Battlefield 6 beta with my friend. Y'all can let me know if you're into that. Hello, Foreskin. How are you, Foreskin? Thank you for being here. Oh, we got a clip. Elm does not love Peep, but he said that he loved me. You're telling me he doesn't love me? Let's watch the clip. Wait.
Okay. Love you too, bro. Peace.
Hey, he said it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I don't actually love him. I only love my main bro who is Wishes.
Oh, wow. Well, thanks for letting me know there, Decent Dark Angel. Thanks for letting me know. But that that kind of breaks my heart. To be fair, Elm and I have probably talked on Discord like 3 times. And I'm not going to lie, I was being pretty weird the first 2 times. I was being pretty weird. Oops, wrong room. Whoops, posted that in the wrong channel. Denied. I don't know why the TTS isn't working. I turned on TTS. This definitely has my username in there. Oh, no, that's not where I want it. Okay, it should work now.
Now you're chill, Elm is the weirdo.
Elm is, well, I think we're both a little bit weird. I'm not going to lie. I think that's why we kind of click, bruh. I think, oh, what do we think about this? This feels more like synth pop than vaporwave. Doesn't feel like vaporwave to me at all, bruh. Link's Never-Ending Journey. What do we think about that? Well, this is nice. I haven't really played a lot of Zelda music on stream. Yeah, so, Time, did you want to get on a call? Does someone that actually loves me want to get on a call? Also, I feel like I'm not that chill. I don't know. I want to be chill. I would like to be chill. I'm not very good at actually being chill, guys. I'm not very good at it at all. As anyone who saw the Chio era would know, I'm not very good at being chill. But I'm working on it. I'm trying to be chill. It's in the pipeline. It's
He can be accidentally chill sometimes.
Oh, when am I chill, Wolf? When am I chill? I don't know. I didn't know that I ever successfully achieved being chill. I mean, sometimes I am.
Can't. I'm already falling asleep. My vacation took a lot out of me.
No. I thought you were coming on for sure, bruh. Well, chat, what do we want to do? Do we want to just be like just chatting, or do we want to play Battlefield 6 beta? Do we want to play Roblox?
W at time go esto ost.
That's a W?
One time we all just ordered pizza and chilled.
That's true. We did all order pizza and watch anime one time. That's true. But
at Ariel's deals 00. Hey buddy.
I didn't really pioneer the pizza thing. That was like, I feel like that was old school's idea.
Depends. Are you cracked on BF6?
Oh, I got pizza today too. I'm terrible at BF6. So, do you guys want to watch someone that's terrible at BF6? What should we do? I'll put keep yapping. I'll put BF6. And I'll put Roblox. Just because I know the Elm audience. I know Elm's type, shall we say. You got pizza today too. Ooh. Man, I always want pizza, but I feel like I don't feel good if I eat a lot of pizza. And also my pizza place, for those that haven't paid attention to the pizza saga, we've had all kinds of pizza issues. We've had pizza issues, guys. I don't know if I should have this further away. I feel like I'm peeking it a lot. Am I talking loud?
Roblox content is surprisingly good content.
Look, there were a couple of those games that I really enjoyed. I think I need it's my compressor and my, oh, I didn't have noise suppression on? That's crazy. Maybe that's the problem, that I didn't have them on. I thought the problem was that I did have them on. Is that I didn't have them on. Yeah, so the poll is happening. Oh, we got 2 votes for BF6. 2 votes for BF6, guys. 5 minutes is too long for a poll, hey. No one voted for Roblox though, Foreskin. Just by the way. No one voted for Roblox. So, if you really wanted Roblox content, you would have voted for it. Just saying. But I mean, surprisingly good. I guess you can think that Roblox is surprisingly good and still prefer to have me play Battlefield or keep yapping. That also makes sense. You know, some issues are nuanced, and a lot of people don't get that. Especially in politics. A lot of people don't appreciate nuance. Things can be nuanced.
It depends on what you do.
What I do on Roblox, I would probably play the Squid Games again. I'd probably do the Squid Games X again, and then I'd probably try the other Squid Games, and then I'd probably do that game that was actually scary again. But we got 3 votes for Battlefield 6. So I'm guessing that people want to just see me get destroyed at Battlefield 6. I'm guessing, you know. That's what I'm thinking. Gee, I keep getting missed calls. This is the thing about streaming. I'm busy, bruh. I'm busy, bruh. Secure boot not enabled. Why does it say that? I enabled secure boot. Did Battlefield 6 beta is actually cooked? Because I've enabled secure boot like 100 times. Actually cooked, bruh. Is it gonna work this time? Dear Heavenly Father, please make Battlefield 6 work. Please. Otherwise we have to either keep yapping or play Roblox. Please. Please, Battlefield 6. Please. Ready, please. Ready, please, bro. Come on, come on. Battlefield 6. You can do it. You can do it. Secure boot is not enabled. Bro, I enabled it, bro. I'm gonna get angry, bro. Okay, so if we can't do BF6, we have a tie between yapping and Roblox. Should I do a new poll? I'm hitting play on Battlefield 6 for a third time. I'll show you guys what I'm looking at. I'm looking at this little launch. It's trying to launch. It's trying to launch, bro. You know what was disappointing in Roblox was that gas station, that midnight station game. That felt like it had a lot of potential. This music feels too dramatic. I like when it's just kind of chilling. That was too swelling, too emotional, too much. Nostalgic Pokemon music for positive energy to start your day. It just sounds too much exactly like the game. I like when they've done a little bit to jazz it up. Yada da mean, baby.
Is your PC dada for BF6?
Doo-doo? It's not, I don't know. I was running it fine. I was getting like 70 FPS. I had everything set as low as I could because I do only have a 1080 Ti. I think it's,
ERM, specs.
ERM, I don't know, specs. So I have a 1080 Ti. I have a 7800 X3D CPU. I have a Gigabyte Aorus Master something. I got the best motherboard and the best CPU at the time and the best RAM for the CPU at the time, which was was it like a year ago? Maybe a year and a half ago? And my whole plan was I built this whole decked out PC. The plan was to put like a 4090 in it. And then I left my toxic job and ended up not having the money for a 4090. So yeah, that's where we at. That's where we at though. But it's funny. I don't feel like there's games that I can't play. I just play everything on the lowest settings, and because I like high frame rates. Oh, yapping! It looks like we're yapping, team.
I've heard people have to adjust their BIOS when it comes to Battlefield 6.
Yeah, bro, I did it like 100 times. I went in and I turned on the trusted platform module like 100 times, bro. It was freaking grueling. It was awful. Just restarting and then PC wouldn't boot, and then restarting and then resetting my BIOS and then turning on TPM and then it wouldn't boot, and then I did it a million times and then it worked. So I don't know why. I'm assuming the TPM turned off.
At Forskinfin, my friend tried doing it and bricked his hard drive, which had his OS on it. Decent pH.
Yo, that's crazy. I have heard some people's computers got bricked. Thankfully that didn't happen to me. I mean, but my computer just wouldn't boot, and so I kept resetting the BIOS, and I reset the BIOS and it would work. I don't know. I just don't even get it. I don't even understand why the TPM wouldn't be on now. If it was on the last time I turned the computer on, I set it to be on. I don't really know what to do with these EA guys. I don't know what to tell them. But I do like the game. I do like the game because I'm Unk, and I liked Battlefield 3 and I liked Battlefield 4, and I didn't play any of the ones after that. I liked Bad Company 1 and 2. And I feel like Battlefield 6 to me, gunplay wise, feels like the best of all those worlds to me. So I like that.
UNC. You don't look it.
Yeah, I don't look young, but you can guess my age. You can have a guess. Have a crack, mate. See how you go. Have your best
30.
30. Well, I guess because I said that I'm Ankh. I'm 28. I'm just a lot of people guess I'm like 20.
EA really knows how to run studios to the ground. Sad face.
They really do, because like they ruined BioWare. I don't know what they're doing with the Titanfall guys, because like they've been trying to do like Titanfall 3 and that keeps getting cancelled, and obviously Titanfall 1 and 2 were goated, especially 2 was goated. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with EA. And they're like, they don't even make The Sims anymore. They don't even make SimCity anymore. I don't know what they're doing, bruh. And I swear EA
Rip
used
Titanfall series decent PH.
Yeah.
Yo. Pretty sure they shut down Titanfall 3 for good.
Well, it seemed like...
Hiya Paprika.
Yeah. For good. Oh,
Did
yeah,
you put
it's
mic
Paprika.
filters back on?
I did put
Hi,
mic
Wolf.
filters back on.
At MrudoFlow101D.
I did put mic filters back on. Did I not have them on when I was
How are
playing
you,
Battlefield? Because I was like peaking the mic a bit, and I thought it was because my compressor and expander were too aggressive, but I think it was because they weren't on. I think it was because I didn't have them turned on, which is wild. Wild stuff. But yeah, how are you, Paprika? I would like to know that. I would like to know that. How is everyone? How is everyone, and what has everyone been up to? I just have been watching Twitch all day. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I've also been trying to get a green screen all day, but there's like literally nowhere near me. Like there's a guy on Facebook Marketplace.
I want Titanfall 3 so badly.
I would love Titanfall 3.
Fixed my ceiling fan that was acting up.
That's good, bro. It feels good when you fix something like that. Especially, like, I'm the type of guy to put something like that off for way too long and think it's going to be a way harder than it's actually going to be.
Also, I saw a baby gecko in my house and managed to catch him and safely get him outside.
Yo, Dubsky Pap, saving the baby gecko. You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm the type of guy to...
We love geckos, they eat the nasty bugs.
That's true.
Would have been a new pet for me.
True. I tend to think things are going to be harder to do than they actually are, and I procrastinate, and then when I finally do them, they turn out not to be that hard. I couldn't even tell you what the last thing that was.
100% it always seems more difficult in your head.
Absolutely. Like, even for me, just routing my OBS video into Discord, I thought it was going to be like a whole process. You just hit start virtual camera in OBS. It's that easy. But I was like, oh, I'm going to have to watch a tutorial. Yeah, just do it is the way to go for sure. It was similar with TTS. I put off adding TTS for ages. And then the Nike, you put a Nike tick there. Yeah, that's a good slogan. I don't know if I support the... Actually, let's not even get into it. Wait, where's my server? There's my server. I'm just gonna let the people in my server know that I'm live. And everyone, we live.
Are you putting off dating show too?
I don't think I'm putting it off. I feel
Skull.
like I made my interest pretty about as obvious as I could. No, made my interest about as obvious as I possibly could make it. So I don't think I'm putting anything off, bro. Yeah. But no, I don't feel, I don't know.
Straight for the kill shot.
Straight for the kill shot. You mean, Angel's taking the kill shot on me? I don't know. I was one of those weird things where I was like acting really sad about it on stream, and then I was like, am I actually sad about this? And I just confused the heck out of myself. But, yeah, I don't know. I feel pretty chill. I feel pretty chill these days. Pretty chill. Man, this Battlefield 6 thing does annoy the heck out of me, though. I'm not gonna lie. It might end up being like last night, where we might just chat for a while.
You gaslight yourself?
You gaslight yourself? I mean, maybe. Honestly, yeah.
At RudoFlow101, did you see Peep's first interaction with Joe?
Yeah, Wolf's seen my first reaction with Chia. My first interaction with Chia. Who hasn't seen that, bruh? That first thing really popped off, I feel like. But, Yeah, it was all downhill. It's funny because everyone feels like that's where the failure happened. But
I don't think the first but most of the stuff after, yeah.
No, you've seen
Gonna
the first
save that
interaction.
clip to show to your future kids.
Well, yeah, I guess so. Everyone's seen the first clip, bruh. I'll pull it up because I think it's hilarious. And it was like one of the most viewed clips on Elm Stream for like the last week or something. It's definitely not in the top all-time zone though. Cancel the stream. Oh, but we... That's
Look
me
how your
on-
dad pulled your mom. Decent cool.
Bro, you are more like copium optimistic than I am, bro. I respect that, dude. I respect that. And I'll take it. The amount of people that are down on that attempt that was had. Videos, clips. Wolf, you have to have seen this clip. There ain't no way you haven't seen this clip, bro. Top like 30 days is probably where it would be. Yeah, here it is. That's the third top clip in 30 days. That's kind of goated, dude. I'll stop the music. The really peaceful, nice Pokemon music does not suit the vibe of this clip. Wolf, you have to have seen this clip. You have to have seen this. Also, I feel weird playing this clip so often.
Cassie did say, Cassie in the chat said, what if he only gooned to you? Is that still bad?
Well, I don't, gooners aren't, guys, I'm, what is it? Goonsist? Goonsist? I think if you're a gooner, you'll never goon to just one person.
Ooh,
Well,
she's...
not.
I only ever goon to you.
What?
Take notes, guys. This is how
She
you get the
just-
lady.
I told you I'm new to the whole thing. I'm new to Twitch, I'm new to it all.
Okay.
I'm a good Christian boy until now.
Not like this.
She's gone.
Wait,
I mean, I still find that clip funny.
Holy.
Yeah, that's... Oh, I didn't realize people didn't know about this, but that's what happened. That's what happened.
Joe being shy.
Gio being shy. I don't know, bruh. I don't know. And then I thought I had a shot with Cupid because she said that she was interested in me on the
At
stream.
decent DARKANGEL, very demure.
Very demure. Very demure. Yeah, I thought I had a shot at Cupid because she said she was interested in me, and now everyone's telling me, nah, she's got a boyfriend, it's all fake, it's all for the show. I don't know what to do, guys. I don't know if I'm gonna meet someone IRL, to be honest.
Sadly, gotta go to work now.
Oh no, Mr. Wolf. Well, I hope you have a wonderful time
Bye
at work.
everyone.
Hope you have an absolutely wonderful time at work. I hope you don't get bored. I hope you have
Bye
lots of
Will
fun.
Flo.
I hope that there's stuff to do, not too much stuff. Not enough
At
stuff.
Flow 101 later Craft H.
And big respect and big ups to Mr. Wolf. For those that don't know him, Mr. Wolf is one of the most OG people in this whole operation. Like when I started streaming, it was my friend. He now goes by Celery VHS. It was just me and Celery VHS for the longest time. Then it was me, Celery VHS, and just a history major. And then it was me, Celery, just a history major, and then it was Wolf. So Wolf is like number 3 in this whole freaking game, bruh. In terms of like real ones, just watching the whole stream. Back when I used to play games, bruh. Back when I used to play, I think Wolf showed up when I was playing Claire Obscure, Expedition 33. I started streaming with the Oblivion remaster. And then I went to Claire Obscure Expedition 33 when that was like the new hotness. And Wolf was there. I feel like Wolf was there pretty much every step of the way, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Can I hear my... No, I can't hear myself if I do that. I do like my new microphone. I got this new microphone yesterday. I feel like I haven't dialed everything in perfectly, but I do feel like it sounds pretty schmick. I think it sounds pretty schmick when I don't peek it. Yeah. The Battlefield thing does really suck.
I don't know why I thought you were streaming for years, but you started recently.
Yeah, I mean, I like that you thought I was streaming for years. I like that. That means I must be decent at it, right? I started like 3 months ago. A bit over 3 months ago. So my 3-month anniversary, I started on the 22nd of April when Oblivion Remastered came out. And so the 22nd of July was my 3-month anniversary. I think that's right. So it was like 3 months and a bit. 3 months, 2 weeks, 1, 2, 3, 4 days. 3 months and 18 days, guys. We've been in this game. We've been in this game. But that's really good feedback that you think I was streaming for a while. I just love streaming, bruh. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to tell you, bruh. I just love streaming. And you people, I don't know if people have many points, but there's some pretty cool redeems. If you all want to check out some of those redeems you can do with some of your points there. Like, see, I didn't even realize that you get infinite channel points for your own channel.
The way you carry yourself with streaming makes it seem like you've been doing it for years.
Thank you so much. Well, I did like do YouTube stuff. I did do YouTube stuff, and that probably helps. And not long before I started streaming, maybe for like a few weeks before I started streaming, I started doing stand-up comedy. And I think that gave me confidence and presence. And that kind of a bit of microphone etiquette, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, I kind of miss stand-up comedy, but I never got paid for stand-up comedy. And I have made money from streaming, so it's hard to choose to not stream.
I'm saving up to suggest a poll. Smiley face.
Oh, and what's the poll gonna be for, Skin? Or are you gonna keep it secret? Yeah, people do save up. I want to see someone get VIP with 1,000,000 points. Oh no, it's 100,000? I keep telling people to make VIP 1,000,000 points. 100,000's enough points though. Yeah, I told Chio to make VIP 1,000,000 points. I think I meant to say 100,000. I'm not very good with numbers. I'm not very good at reading. This is why I have to make it as a streamer, guys. This is my only chance at making a life of myself. Wait, so you're going to save up for suggest a poll? That's going to take a long time. 999,999,999? That's crazy, blood. Where's hydrate? Where even is hydrate? Oh, there it is. It doesn't have like a special picture or anything. And then when I do that, I must provide a message for this reward.
Drink.
And then I go,
I need some water.
And then let me grab my water bottle. I'll be so quick. This is my water bottle, guys. Check me out. They say you have to drink lots of water.
Is it the 5-gallon jug?
They say you have to drink lots of water.
Yep, it is LMAOO.
So I like to get my my 20 liters a day. You know how it is.
W hydration.
W hydration. You gotta get your 20 liters a day, bruh. You gotta get your 20 liters a day in it, bread. Bread? Bread? What? Am I speaking English? Bread.
No dehydration here, decent cool.
No dehydration here, bro. And I have regular water bottles too, because I actually don't like drinking from the huge thing.
Only clear piss for this guy.
Only clear piss for this guy. That's right. That's right. I don't know, chat. I don't know. What's even worth telling? I felt really bad when I woke up this morning. I think I do need to end tonight's stream earlier than usual. I think I have been streaming too late. I think it was probably a mistake. I don't know what time did I go live last night? It was too late. I feel like I went live from like 12 a.m. to 3 a.m. or something like that. Just to play Battlefield 6. 12 a.m. to... and I think it was a mistake, guys, because I felt terrible this morning. That's not what I want. Oh, I'm still in the Battlefield 6 category, bruh. I'm cooked, bruh.
Yeah, you stream hella late for me, so I haven't been able to catch some of your streams.
Yeah, I've been thinking about starting earlier, and I would mention that to Adoke7. I said the same thing. It was like, I would love to stream earlier, but the issue is I enjoy Elm's stream, Chio's stream, and Arctic's stream kind of too much. So at the moment, the schedule is that I start at 6 p.m. my time. And if I'm enjoying someone's stream, like part of me is like, yeah, I want to start streaming earlier. But if I'm enjoying people's streams, that doesn't make me want to start my stream earlier, you know? I used to do like 9 a.m. my time. And that did pretty well. But I have a lot of regulars that really show up for these 6 p.m. streams. So I don't know. I don't really know how to keep everyone happy. I don't know. I feel like I do neglect other areas of my life too much, for sure. And I did join a band like a week and a half ago, and I should definitely be putting more time, effort, and energy into that than I am. So I don't really know what to do, to be honest. I don't know what to do, but I would like to... I don't know. I like the idea of everyone being able to catch the stream, but I don't know. I guess it's not possible. I guess that's not possible. I know. People here probably know.
Links
this.
for the band.
Links for the band. We haven't put anything out with me on it yet. So there are songs that don't have me on them, which I'm happy to link. Well, it's not even the same band, actually. The stuff that's already been released isn't even the same band. We're just going to be playing some of the same songs. But I can link those if you want those. But there's nothing with me in it yet. What was I going to do? I was going to look at my schedule. I was going to look at what I did last night. So last night I went live at 6 like clockwork. And ended at, it looks like it was like 8.
I want the ones with you in it. Smiley face.
You'll get the stuff with me in it in a little bit of time. It's going to take a little bit of time. We're going to do a photo shoot tomorrow, so that's cool. I am going to be on a sketch comedy show, although I don't know if it's going to work if I don't get a green screen. I am actually really concerned. I'm supposed to be on like a live Twitch sketch comedy show, and I basically need a green screen to do it. So I don't know how that's going to work out. You know, I do have an NVIDIA 2070.
Live sketch comedy?
Yeah, live
surprised
sketch
face.
comedy. Let me like on Twitch. So like not on a stage, but like Twitch live sketch comedy. I'll shout out the channel it's going to be on. Slash shout out Lance _from_ Saints. I don't know if you guys know Lance from Saints. He used to show up on CuteBot a lot. So hopefully some people know him from CuteBot. Hopefully some people know him from his stream. There's been a little bit of collabing between Elm and Lance. He's a great streamer. And he has a new show that started 2 weeks ago called The Blockbuster Show, where he interviews celebrities. And then there's also a soap opera. A long-running soap opera. Where it's improvised sketch comedy. And I'm going to be featuring on the episode that happens tomorrow. So I really need to get a green screen, but I'm thinking I might just end up... I think NVIDIA 2070 will be able to do the NVIDIA broadcast, take out the background thing. So I just thought of that now, so that's really good. So probably when I wake up tomorrow, I'll be putting in the 2070 and making sure that that works. And if not, I'm going to be driving like 2 hours to get a green screen off a guy from Facebook Marketplace. So I really hope that the 2070 works. I don't want to... Well, it'd be a 4-hour drive all up. 2 hours to get there, 2 hours back. And like $100 for a decent green screen. I don't want to have to do that, bruh. Yeah, so Lance is cool. Lance is one of my fave streamers.
Just use a green bedsheet.
I don't have a green bedsheet. I mean, I guess I could go buy one. The thing is, I don't know how I would hang it up, because I don't want to put tacks into the walls. I'm renting, so I don't want to put tacks into the walls. I don't want to use tape, because tape would also peel the
Just
paint
paint
off
your
the wall.
room green.
Yeah, again, I'm renting, so I can't paint the room. If I had my own house, my streaming room probably would just be painted green, as gross as that would be.
Carrot.
Carrot. That symbol's called carrot. You know, I wonder if I could put tacks. There are like wooden rafters on the ceiling that you probably wouldn't notice if tacks went into those, or even the door frame. People probably wouldn't notice, so I could actually just get a really green bed sheet. Maybe that is the move. Dude. Because even that's still gonna look better than the NVIDIA broadcast thing. Green material. Yeah. That's gonna look better. Probably. But I definitely need something that I can get like tomorrow, like from a physical place for sure. Has anyone been playing any good games? I gotta say, I did really like Battlefield 6 beta. I actually had fun with some of the games I played on Roblox. So I'll probably continue to do both of those things. But other than that, I don't even know what games are good at the moment. People have been saying
Tax will be fine. You can use a little filler when you decide to move.
I'm not really that kind of guy. I'm not really a home improvement kind of guy. I probably will just end up tacking into the door frame though, especially like on the top of the door frame. I don't think anyone would notice.
I've been playing Crab Champions.
Crab Champions?
It's a Rouge-like game.
A Rouge-like. I love that, Rouge-like. Like Rouge the Bat? Everyone likes Rouge the Bat, right? Crab Champions. It sounds vaguely familiar.
Roguelike, sorry.
No, I like Rouge-like, bro. Wait, did you even spell it any differently?
Amschleep.
Amschleep. It looks like it's spelled the same, no? R-O-U-G-E versus R-O-G-U-E. I can see how you made that mistake. Oh, I think I've seen this game before. This is like a shooter game, right? Arena shooter type? Beat? I think
Rouge is a harlot.
Rouge is a harlot? Is she?
You just paste it on. Not a big job at all.
Bruh, I just don't even. But wouldn't I have to like paint? Because the filler's not going to be the same color as the wall paint. It just doesn't sound... It doesn't sound like a can of worms that I want to open, my brother. Nope? I don't even know what you mean nope. About? Like, nope, I don't have to paint? Because there'd be a little hole that's a different color to the rest of the wall, no? Crab Champions, huh? Do you have to buy
No paint needed.
No paint needed. But isn't that there's going to be a little spot where it's a different color to the wall, which is crazy. Crab Champions. Cram.
Not for a hole that small.
I don't know, bro. Look, I know my landlord. I know what my landlord's
Walking
like.
Dead in Dead by Daylight. Wow.
Whoa, yeah, Walking Dead is in Dead by Daylight. Two things I don't like have come together. I will say that I really did like Walking Dead at the start. I feel like the first season, basically until one of the best characters in that show dies, it's peak television. but then one of the best characters in that show dies, and then it turns into sloth. Yeah, probably not gonna buy another. Oh, I was gonna say another Crab's Treasure. I'm probably not gonna buy Crab Champions. What's with the crab?
Yes, stopped watching after season 6.
Season 6 seems crazy. I don't even know when.
First season's so good, man.
First season
Even the second
so
season
good.
couldn't match that exact vibe.
Let me see. I'm not going to tell you what I'm Googling because it's a spoiler for anyone that hasn't seen the show. Yeah, no, I liked season 1 and 2. I liked season 1 and 2. And then after that, I felt like it was trash. I installed Doom the Dark Ages. Is anyone interested in watching me play Doom the Dark Ages? I didn't put that in the poll. I also have I have Black Ops 6. If anyone's interested in watching me play them. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I do that. QuakeCon 2025 sale, huh? I don't know. I swear I look at most of the stuff on Steam and I just don't care. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. The main thing that motivates me to buy games now is when people want to play them, like on stream. Like, I'm pretty willing to buy a game for a stream collab. I bought Among Us for a stream collab that I didn't end up participating in. What did I end up doing? I think I ended up doing an Elm therapy stream instead of an Among Us stream collab. I think I made the right decision. I hope I made the right decision. Borderlands 4, huh? What's the release date on that?
I'm low-key glad some of the extreme fetish games got taken out of Steam,
Yeah.
even if it was done in a scummy way.
Was it done in a scummy way? I didn't know that. I just heard that, the creepy games got taken off Steam. I think, guys, you can hate me for this. I think porn is bad. I think porn games are bad. As much as I joke about gooning and edging and stuff, because I think it's funny, I think that's really bad for the human spirit to engage in such lustful, depraved activities. And we are much better off not doing so, in my personal opinion. Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking at these games. Nothing's really inspiring me. I mean, I'm interested in Battlefield. I'm probably not going to pay $110 for Battlefield 6, I don't think. I don't think I'll be doing that. Probably. Unless, like, all my friends are playing it and they want to play it on stream and stuff. Because I did drop that money on Battlefield 3 and 4. Because all my friends were playing it. But otherwise, kind of hard to drop $110, bro.
It was some company threatening payment providers rather than just lobbying to make those games illegal. Seems like a runabout way of going about it, and I feel like targeting payment processors seems like bad practice.
That is weird. I wonder who that was. Yeah, I wonder if it's one of those things where, like, they did a bad thing for a good reason, but if that bad practice gets normalized, companies might start doing that bad practice for bad reasons, and that would be really bad. I feel like that would be pretty bad. That would be pretty bad, bro.
That same group tried to take down GTA 5 back in the day.
Try to take down GTA 5. Wait. Is it like a hacker group? They try to take down GTA 5? What group is it?
Collective Shout was the company in question. They're a lobbying group that targets games on the regular. Carrot.
Collective Shout, huh? Collective Shout is a non-for-profit company limited by guarantee and is governed by a board of directors. I'm curious what this actually is. Yes, I'm human, bro. You haven't worked that out by now? You haven't worked that out because of my perfect precision? Ban porn on X. why Elon Musk needs to clean up his platform. Well, I think there should be porn on X. There shouldn't be porn on X. I don't think there should be porn at all. Hang on, how come I've gone on this website that they're trying to ban porn and I'm being hit with lots of pornographic images? That seems a little ironic. Since our launch in 2010, we have achieved many wins. Our billboards objectifying women pulled down. Sexualized children's clothing withdrawn from sale. I think that's great. Sexually violent games banned. Andrew Tate's pimping courses removed from Spotify. That sounds like a good thing. And an age verification trial underway to help protect kids from exposure to porn. I don't like this online age verification thing though, because it just means that all the social media platforms are going to have 3D scans of all our faces. That's a
Collective
bad
Shout
thing.
also defended cuties for some weird reason.
Cuties? What's cuties? Yeah, this website is weird because it's sort of claiming to be like anti-porn, but all these articles have like really suggestive thumbnails.
At decent DARKANGEL, I didn't know this lore LMAO.
So it feels kind of like pick a side, bro. Are you anti-porn or are you a website full of articles with pornographic thumbnails? Like, it just doesn't... That doesn't really add up for me. Grassroots campaign movement against the objectification of women and sexualization of girls. Collective Shout is for anyone concerned about the increasing pornification of culture and the way its messages have become entrenched in mainstream society, presenting distorted and dishonest ideas about women and girls, sexuality and relationships. It's the same list.
At Foreskinfin, yeah, I thought they sucked trying to get rid of GTA, but then hearing about cuties made me not trust them.
So what is cuties and what did they do with cuties? Last year we saw a record.
Cuties is a French film about pre-teens twerking. It was panned for being too sexualized, but I never watched it. TBF.
Yeah, that shouldn't exist. So that seems fair. But so these guys were okay with that film? These guys really need to work out what side they're on. This was all possible because thousands of people like you decided to speak out and take action. Our purpose: we are a grassroots campaign movement, a collective shout against the objectification of women, sexualization of girls in media, advertising, and pop culture. Our mission: to bring about cultural change and societal transformation through holding corporations, advertisers, marketers, and media accountable for the objectification of women and sexualization of girls, and encouraging strategic social partnerships that uphold the value of women and girls. I think that's awesome, man. Because I feel like the lowest common denominator when it comes to advertising is like they say that sex sells, right? And I feel like you'll notice that all the advertising in the media is like basically as sexual as it's allowed to be. And you'll see it on Twitch, like whatever the TOS is on like how naked and sexy you're allowed to be, everyone will just go as far as they can. But at least with that, people kind of have to seek that out a bit. I mean, when I first got on Twitch, I got suggested nothing but that. And I actually had to go through and click on all those kinds of hot tub streams and be like, not interested, not interested, not interested. Until eventually Twitch worked out that I didn't want to watch those kinds of streams. So in a way, it's you have to kind of escape it, I guess. I don't know. Vision: we want to see a world free of sexploitation, where the objectification of women and sexualization of girls is unthinkable. Unthinkable, guys. Our core values: a voice that values women and girls. A voice that is known and respected as a thought leader on the objectification of women and sexualization of girls. A voice that creates countercultural change, where the objectification of women and sexualization of girls is unthinkable. They like to repeat themselves. Yeah, I think they're just saying the same stuff over and over. Our professional presentations, products, and thought leadership educate people about the way objectification of women and sexualization of girls is normalized through media. I think that's absolutely a thing. Our marketing and corporate behavior. Our presentations, products, and thought leadership lead to cultural and systemic change that places value on women and girls. We develop strategic social partnerships with corporates who value women and girls to encourage other companies to do the same and advance corporate social responsibility. Refer below to our pledge. We have a sustainable fundraising model because of loyal partnerships with donors and sponsors who are committed to authentic change. Defining... I need to change the title because I'm not dying in Battlefield 6 anymore. What should I call the stream? Objectifying women is bad? I'm going to put this cheese in the fridge real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna call it that. Objective. Everyone's gonna think I'm super woke though, which I'm not.
The UK seems dead set on pushing their online safety act.
The online
Uneasy
thing
face.
is cooked. I'm pretty sure it's all passed in Australia. Objectifying women is bad.
It's a shame, cause I was enjoying Labour's term until then.
Change my mind. Yeah, I think that was the big thing I took issue with Labour with. I think Labour's not a bad party apart from when they seem to be really into government overreach, and that's the main issue that I have with them. They don't seem to be at all interested in freedom of speech or freedom of information. They seem to want to just control social media and everything as much as possible, which is pretty much the only reason I'm against the Labour Party. Otherwise, they're generally good for working people, which I think are the people that need to be looked out for the most at the moment, with the way the world economy seems to be going. Defining our terms. What is objectification? Objectification is the process by which a person comes to be treated as a commodity or object for use, rather than a human being with a personality, feelings, needs, dignity, and rights. Sexual objectification is where a person is objectified for the purpose of sexual gratification or use of another. Wow. What is sexualization? According to American Psychological Association, sexualization occurs when a person's value comes only from his or her sexual appeal or behavior to the exclusion of other characteristics. A person is held to a standard that equates physical attractiveness, narrowly defined, with being sexy. A person is sexually objectified, that is made into a thing for others' sexual use, rather than seen as a person with the capacity for independent action and decision-making, and or sexuality is inappropriately imposed upon a person. All four conditions need not be present. Any one is an indication of sexualization. The fourth condition, the inappropriate imposition of sexuality, is especially relevant to children. Completely agree. Anyone, girls, boys, men, women, can be sexualized, but when children are imbued with adult sexuality, it is often imposed upon them rather than chosen by them. True. Self-motivated sexual exploration, on the other hand, is not sexualization by our definition, nor is age-appropriate exposure to information about sexuality. That completely makes sense. Completely agree. Should I have this on screen so people know what I'm reading? Maybe should I do this? Something like this? I don't know if you can even really see what I'm reading if I do that, but... This is Collective Shouts About Us page, basically.
Are you sure nothing sus will pop on screen?
Look, the stuff that came up earlier, I don't think was against TOS. It was just like sexual, but it wasn't against TOS. Sexuality versus sexualization. Opposing sexualization is not the same as opposing sex or sexuality. Completely agree. We believe girls have the right to healthy sexual development and to knowledge which equips and empowers them to make healthy decisions about sexuality, their bodies, and relationships. Porn culture teaches girls that their value and worth is in their sexual allure and their ability to attract sexual attention. Absolutely. Young women are being socialized and conditioned to see themselves as sexual service stations for men and boys. Wow. Our campaigns are directed not against female sexuality, but against a culture that teaches them that is their only value. Yeah, to think that that's anyone's only value is completely cooked. Our approach is made clear in this article. Objecting to the sexualization of girls is not the same as objecting to sexuality. Evidence-based, our purpose, mission, values, and efforts are undergirded by a growing body of global research that verifies the harms of objectifying women and sexualizing girls. For example, Professor L. Monique Ward's meta-analysis of 135 studies provides consent evidence that everyday exposure to sexually objectifying content is directly associated with higher levels of body dissatisfaction for sure, a greater self-objectification, greater support of sexist beliefs, and greater tolerance of sexual violence towards women for sure. Do people get desensitized to all of that stuff through media? The research concluded that experimental exposure to this content leads both women and men to have a diminished view of women's competence, morality, and humanity. Whoa, that's wild. 2019 publication in the American Psychological Association, co-authored by Our Watch's Elise Holland, found that women's routine exposure of objectifying behaviors in daily life results in habitual self-objectification, which in turn impacts negatively on emotional well-being. Self-discrimination, sexual harassment, sexual assault, and other forms of violence against women do not take place in a vacuum. These problems are perpetuated by a culture that sees women as sexual objects rather than full human beings deserving of respect, equal treatment, and participation. Sexual objectification dehumanizes women and is one of the driving forces behind the sexist attitudes that underscore discrimination, harassment, and violence against women. Collective Shout bridges the gap between acts of violence against women and the wider culture of sexual objectification of girls and women. We are one of the few organizations making the link between acts of violence against women and the endemic culture of sexual objectification of girls and women. Wow. There you go. Well, that's their whole friggin' about page. Huh. There you go. So now we know who Collective Shout are. It sounds like they're trying to do a good thing. Interesting that their method was putting pressure on the payment processes. Interesting method. I agree with what they're going for. I agree with what they're trying to do. The pressuring the payment processors is odd though. I don't know. I don't know if I have a problem with that, but I definitely am like, what is that? What does it even mean?
Okay, objectifying women lol. Is all they pops up before you go into stream lol. May wanna change your title lol.
It just says objectifying women. It doesn't say is
Expectually
bad.
on phone.
Yeah, it just says objectifying women. Okay, well that's probably a bad stream title then. Well, I don't even know if that's what we're going to talk about anymore. But if you guys want to keep talking about it, I'm happy to. TTS is on. I might turn it off though. I don't know. I feel like it's hard to title streams. I don't know. But thanks for looking out for me, Shadowmane, and also thanks for being here. Welcome in, Shadowmane. Welcome in. How are you? Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
I keep seeing endless shoutouts for Lance LMAO.
Endless shoutouts for Lance? I shouted him out once. Endless shoutouts for Lance? Is that like a chat glitch? Endless shoutouts for Lance. I'm scrolling and scrolling. I gave one shoutout. That's weird. That's gotta be a glitch, bro. You might need to refresh your chat or something.
Good. Saw you in the group I'm in. SP.
The group you're in? SP. SP. What group? Oh, Streamers Paradise. Okay, let's go. You saw me in there. I didn't even promote the stream tonight. I got the raid from Ironic Elm. I just jumped into Ironic Elm's Discord because he was chatting to viewers on Discord on his stream. And then he wrapped up his stream and he raided me, and I was like, well, maybe I won't worry about promoting the stream because we got people watching, bro. Can't make people just sit there while I freaking try and promote the stream, right? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, definitely objectifying women is bad, obviously. I don't know. Objectifying anyone is bad. I think their mission is definitely good. I'm curious, what did Collective Shoutout do? We're actually doing research, guys. I've never done research on stream before. I've Googled things before, but I feel like we're actually doing research. What did Collective Shoutout do to Steam? And then it'll... Dozens of games have been censored. Now, do we trust a website called The Conversation? See, now we get into one of these things. So I'm happy to read the Collective Shoutout statement about themselves because, you know, they're going to make a statement about themselves. But what I don't really trust, and let me know how you guys feel about this, but I generally just don't trust the media. Because what I find is they report things falsely all the time. So I don't even know what website to go to get like just the truthful, objective version of events here. I've never heard of The Conversation before, so I don't know if I'm going to trust that website. There's the Australian Broadcasting Corporation, which, you know, is funded and paid for by the Labor government, and obviously the Labor government has an agenda where they want to completely control all social media.
Yeah, it's difficult to discern misinformation from reliable sources nowadays.
Exactly.
A lot of the media these days are BS or blown out of proportion.
Yeah. Thanks for the first time chat. Now I want to say Maya Beep Boop. And welcome in, Maya Beep Boop. It's good to see your name again. It is difficult to discern the misinformation. It's very true. Yeah, so I don't even know what to read, to be honest. See, the thing is, I actually have more trust for reading what Collective Shout have written about themselves because I know exactly what their bias is. I know that their bias is they're writing about themselves and they're going to make themselves sound as good as possible. But who do I go to? Who do I go to for the anti...
I still feel like mainstream media reports news more objectively than most other alternatives, for better or worse.
I mean, maybe you're right. You could be right about that. I know for sure that like Asmongold and Hassan will just lie and just say incorrect stuff.
There's some subscription service that gives global news, but it breaks down the political biases of different publications, who it's funded by, etc. I forget the name of it, but...
I think you're thinking of Ground News. I just don't know. I think it's kind of messed up if you have to pay for a subscription service to get that information, though. I don't know. I mean, maybe they're doing the Lord's work, but I don't really want to pay for a subscription service. I have too many of those already, bruh. I gotta pay for my Twitch Turbo, bruh. Yeah, I don't know who to read. Who even is objective? And like, I see the Reddit post and I go, well, at least that's not a media company, but I think Reddit is just totally cooked. I think Reddit's totally cooked. Yeah, is it better to read something that I know will be biased, knowing what that bias is? I just feel like I'm on like 3 layers of cooked right now, trying to work out what's the best thing to read. I wonder why Google...
Wish they taught media literacy in schools so people can learn and try to train on how to discern reliable sources/information.
Well, yeah, I kind of would love to know that, but I don't think they want us to know that, bro. I think they want people being on like left team and right team and all hating each other and not actually discerning truth in any way.
The Royal They LUL.
The Royal Day? The Royal Day.
TTT They. Peepka One Eyes.
They? Well, guys, I want you to know that when I say they, I don't mean the Jews or something crazy like that. But I do think, I think there are like wealthy, powerful elites.
I mean, definitely the dumber you keep the population and the more divided, the more difficult to control.
No. The dumber you keep the population and the more divided, the easier they are to control. Because they're not banding up together. Yeah, exactly. So I think there's no doubt that that's going on. I think there's no doubt that there's like population control going on.
I haven't slept enough.
Yeah. And they want to keep us divided across race. And they want to keep us divided across religion, and they want to keep us divided across gender. They want to keep us divided across culture wars. But at the end of the day, we're all humans. Most people are decent, good people. There's like no reason to be like hating each other or fighting with each other. But that's what they want, bro. The elites, bro. The massive elites. What do I say? What is the story with what were they called? Something shout? Collective shout. Collective shout getting the porn games off Steam. Do they get all the porn games or just the messed up ones? I'm sure AI will tell me. See what AI says. Collective Shout is an Australian activist group founded in 2009. Well, everything that I read just said 2010. By Melinda Tankard. Reist. Describes itself as a grassroots movement. I don't need to reread that. In May 2025, Collective Shout launched a broader campaign identifying 491 Steam games tagged with grape. And I don't even know what word to use for the other thing. Yeah.
The more extreme cases, things involving SA, incest, furry.
Yeah, exactly. Those things. After sending 3,463 emails to Steam without response, they escalated by targeting payment processes. Okay, so I can respect that they sent 3,463 emails to Steam without response, so then they went for the payment process. I can respect that. I can see why they went to the payment processes if Steam said nothing after 3,463 emails that they didn't respond to. That's wild. They targeted payment processes like PayPal, Visa, and MasterCard, arguing that facilitating transactions for such games are conflicted with these companies' values. I don't think that's true and real and fair, right? Like, who wants to be pro grape? Or at least it being present in video games. I can understand that when something happens in a game, it's not happening in real life. But I do think it's still weird to support that games that are about grape. I think it's like a subject matter that you could explore in a game. Like, you could explore like the PTSD, the trauma, the experience, and that could even be a therapeutic experience for people in a video game. But it's another thing to make like a kinky hentai game that's like, this is the grape game where you grape. Isn't that great? That's bad. in my opinion. Is that bad in my opinion, or is that just objectively bad? I feel confident enough to say that's objectively bad. Yeah, so they said it conflicts.
Factually bad, haha.
Factually bad, yeah, we can agree on that. They agreed. Hang on. So they told PayPal, Visa, MasterCard that it was they were facilitating transactions for such games that conflicted with those companies' values. An open letter on the 11th of July 2025 addressed these processes executives. An open letter on 11th of July 2025 addressed to these processes executives led to Steam implementing a new rule by mid-July requiring content to comply with payment processes standards. This resulted in the removal of hundreds of adult-themed games, including titles like Slave Doll and Sex Adventures Incest Family. Yeah, I don't think those games should have existed in the first place. Itch.io followed by de-indexing all NSFW tagged content from its search, affecting thousands of games, though some may be restored post-audit. Yeah, I think they just went the nuclear option, and then they're probably going to add back the games that they don't feel like are too much of an issue. Now, the gaming community reacted with significant backlash. So basically the incels didn't like having their grape games taken away, accusing Collective Shout of censorship and overreach.
It seems complex. In principle, I support being able to purchase something, if it's legal to purchase, but it being taken down from Steam is overall good.
Yes, I definitely agree it being taken down from Steam is good. I think it should probably be illegal to make games where the thing you do is grape and incest. So I get what you're saying, that like, it's not illegal so people should be able to buy and sell it. I just don't think it should be legal to buy and sell grape and incest games. Like, who is that for? What is that serving? What is that doing for our culture and society?
But at that point, lobby to make it illegal then.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't go that way, but they went this way and it worked. I don't know, it is a weird precedent, because I guess we're going to end up in a situation where payment processors feel like that they're signing off on anything that someone buys using those payment processors. So it's definitely a weird direction to go. What else was I going to say was weird about it? I think it could make things go more in the crypto direction. I don't know if Bitcoin has gone up as a result of this. I haven't been checking Bitcoin for a minute. Kind of just forget about it lately. Yeah, it's moving back up. It's moving back up to where it was a few weeks ago. That's interesting. But that makes sense, right? If people feel like it's payment processor overreach, then people are going to go, okay, then we need crypto if we're going to have our free currency or whatever. But the thing is, I mean, I'm pro crypto because I think that the banks, like, people get debanked, which is crazy. And I know that people generally get debanked for stuff that's actually bad, like being an actual Nazi or something like that. But the thing is, once you start debanking people, is you don't know. These things usually start with, okay, so they debank the Nazis, but then they'll start debanking, well, or they could start debanking other people. They could start debanking people that they just don't agree with. Wild stuff. Wild stuff. Okay, so the gaming community reacted with significant backlash, accusing Collective Shoutout of censorship and overreach, with a Change.org petition against the changes surpassing 200,000 signatures. Well, I think we should be looking at the names on that Change.org petition, supported by figures like Elon Musk. So I guess Elon Musk is pro-grape and incest games. Critics, including developers, also, I'm reading this from Grok, by the way, which I find interesting and ironic. So his own AI is telling me about how Elon Musk is pro grape incest games. Critics, including developers and researchers, argue the removals disproportionately affect queer and trans content. Interesting. Stifling creative freedom. Well, I think you'd want to have a nice, big, clear distinction and separation from grape incest content and queer and trans content. I would not be wanting those things to be getting mixed up and confused, especially if I was queer or trans. The UK's UKI and the International Game Developers Association.
That's what they want, lol.
That's what they want. So you think it's people that just want queer and trans put in the same bucket as incest
to mix up those things
and grape? That's messed up. That's messed up. Yeah, so the UK's UKI, whatever that is, and the International Game Developers Association emphasized the importance of robust age rating systems like PEGI to manage. It just says.
Yeah, the whole go-to in the US is shouting PDF file to discredit / dehumanist groups you don't like, it seems.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think people on the left call anyone on the right Nazis to discredit them. And so it doesn't shock me if people on the right are calling anyone on the left pedophiles. That wouldn't shock me. Am I allowed to say that word? Supposed to say that word? I wouldn't surprise me if people on the right were calling people on the left PDF files to delegitimize them. It's like children slinging rocks at this point. People don't seem to actually have like intellectual nuanced arguments about these things anymore. Okay, so those associations, it says UKIE. UKI. And it's not capitalized. They emphasize the importance of robust age rating systems like PEGI to manage content without blanket bans. Conversely,
most people seem to lack critical thinking, etc. Yeah, but that benefits those in power. Hard hands, light skin tone.
Welcome in, Tash of the Titans. How are you, Tash of the Titans? Welcome in. Conversely, Collective shouts Caitlin Roper and Tankard Reist.
Bro, there was some Labour MP that said Nigel Farage was on the side of Jimmy Savile, notorious nonce predator, for being against the Online Safety Act.
Do you really like it? I didn't think you'd even care.
What? Yo, Tash, thanks for the biddies.
You did the most important thing.
You bought something. Thank you, Tash.
That drove me through the wall. Labour's just gifting reform-free WS.
Let me try and understand that. Labour NPC. NPC. Labour NPC. Maybe they are NPCs, bro. Nigel Farage, I've heard that name. I'm not like a crazy politics guy, I'll be honest.
Yeah, insane. There's no nuance considered, just insults hurled at opposing side.
Right, he's a member of parliament in the United Kingdom. Was on the side of Jimmy Savile. So who's Jimmy Savile? Notorious nonce predator. I don't even know what a nonce predator is. Jimmy Savile. Sir James Wilson Vincent was an English media personality.
Nigel is like very anti-immigration, etc.
Right. Media personality and DJ. And for his eccentric image, charitable work, hosting the BBC show Top of the Pops and Jim Will Fix It. He does look familiar. So I still don't know.
Yeah, he's the head of the Reform Party. He was the driving force behind Brexit.
Okay. Oh, so when you say Labour, you're talking about the UK's Labour Party. Wait, Forsian, are you from the UK? Because in Australia we have the Labour Party. I should have picked up our Labour Party doesn't have a U in it for some reason. Maybe it's to reduce that confusion. Huh. I'm still trying to like... There was some Labour MP said Nigel Farage was on the side of Jimmy Savile. What is the side of Jimmy Savile? Notorious nonce predator for being against the Online Safety Act. Right, so they're saying...
Jimmy Savile had a show called Jim Will Fix It or something. Kids went to get a wish fulfilled or something similar, I think. Was friends with a lot of big influential people, BBC, royal family, etc. Took so many years to uncover the truth.
Okay.
Nah, I just know general politics here and there. Talk with a lot of Brits.
Okay, so Foreskin, are you American? Or are you Australian? Because you watch Australian streamers.
Puerto Rican.
You're Puerto Rican. That's based. What the... Yeah, I just don't even know what to do with this information. I'm still like... Okay, so... Let me just look through the matrix for like 1 second. Some Labour MP in the UK said that Nigel Farage was on the side of Jimmy Savile, the predator, for being against the Online Safety Act. Yeah, see, that's cooked. Because I think everyone should be against the Online Safety Act because of the privacy issues. I couldn't be more anti-porn. I just think porn should be banned across the board. And I think our privacy should be preserved. Because I don't think porn does anyone any good, honestly. I think it's the reason a lot of people are very...
Honestly, I think it's good that they're removing the games, because to what I remember there's very little resistance, especially in Steam, to find/get access to games that have spicy content.
Yeah, that's true. I mean...
Yet they just throw that to try to invalidate instead of having nuanced argument on what other route might be better.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Politics is a bit of a power game, and I think there are absolutely politicians who just want power, and I think those same politicians wouldn't mind having complete control over what everyone does on the internet and seeing, you know, knowing exactly which government ID'd person is doing what on the internet when. Yeah, I think we definitely I just think porn across the board should be banned, shouldn't exist. But then I think people should have privacy.
At Magic Flash 67, yeah, nothing of value was really taken down. The list of games that got removed all have crazy titles, hahaha. Increasing surveillance/control in the name of safety.
Yeah.
Slippery slope.
That's exactly right. It's funny because it reminds me of Marvel Civil War, where Iron Man's like, no, we just need complete surveillance. Everyone needs to be freaking documented. So it's the only way we'll ever be safe. And like Captain America's like, no, we have to actually be free. If you do that, it's no longer America. And I think that's true. I agree with Captain America, dude. I think the issue is I feel like we just have a crisis of morality. I feel like people aren't even that interested in morality anymore. And so, I think people are inherently interested in morality. I think a lot of people don't know what true morality is. And I think that's largely because the majority of people have walked away from religion. But I know a lot of people won't agree with that. A lot of people won't like that take. But that's where I sit based on my personal experiences. I wasn't raised religious. I was raised I
think there
hippie
probably
atheist.
should be some push on the government to moderate tech companies more, but it shouldn't come at the expense of consumers.
Yeah, see, the problem is this actually gives the tech companies and the government more control, and citizens less control, less power, and less privacy. And I think that's the absolute last thing that we need. Because...
I guess maybe the distractions are more prevalent in people's minds, like the cult of capitalism and celebrities, and hating/fearing other groups, etc.
Absolutely, those things are huge. Lately, everyone's just distracted all the time. Definitely cult of capitalism. What am I going to buy next that's going to make me feel good? and celebrities like celebrity worship. Hate and fearing other groups seems to be huge on on all
For
sides.
context, I'm from America/the States. I remember
Wisconsin.
reading something where it was like Kids Online Safety Act, but it was thrown out because it was too harsh.
Yeah, so the states aren't doing it? Because my understanding is Australia is doing it. Sounds like the UK is doing it. I kind of feel, I don't know. There's definitely stuff wrong with the states at the moment, but I do think the state, it's a pretty free country. I mean, freedom of speech in the Constitution and the right to bear arms, I think, just makes citizens in the states freer than
I
citizens
heard some
in other
states
countries.
did it. Not up to date on it. Trump's
Interesting.
pushing a bill that's 1:1 with the UK Online Safety Act.
Okay. See, I thought he was supposed to be Mr. Freedom of Speech, Mr. Freedom, Mr. Constitution. But if he's pushing for it, maybe he does just want lots of government control. And it's funny because I can see how. Now, I'm not calling Trump a good person by any stretch of the imagination, but irrelevant of what he's
It's
doing.
all about how you bend things to suit your narrative and interests.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Irrelevant of what he's doing, I think it's very easy for good people to fall victim to the narrative that the online safety bill is a good thing, because they think it's about protecting kids, but it's just not what it's about. It's not what it's about. Yeah, it just isn't what it's about, because it's the bill in Australia is all about social media, and so you have to prove you're over 16 to use Facebook, YouTube, probably Twitch, all those platforms. But
Probably siphons kids to more extreme sites instead. No,
well, that's exactly right, because it
with
has
less regulations.
the online safety bill that I read probably last year when they were proposing it. It said that it wasn't banning pornography. It didn't say anything about pornography or gambling. So if your goal was actually to protect children, you would prevent them from looking at pornography and from gambling. And I get that Facebook is bad and makes people depressed, but I think pornography and gambling are worse. And I think you would stop kids from doing those things first. To me, it's just so transparent. But the thing is, most people don't look beyond the first dimension. Most people hear, okay, kids under 16 can't use social media. Oh, well, that sounds good. Who cares how it's implemented? That sounds good. Yeah, it's a shame. People don't look into these things deeply, I feel like.
They're not interested in thinking deeper. Yeah.
Yeah, I
At
think you're
Maybe
absolutely
Book,
right.
you could argue that what stops kids from seeking out alternatives like Telegram groups full of strangers.
Well, yeah, exactly. I think kids are just going to go to weirder platforms, to be honest. I mean, people get kicked off of Twitch and they go to Kick, right? And I think you're just going to have exactly that effect with everything, with every platform. People are going to go from these mainstream platforms that have pretty
At
serious
Foreskin
terms of
Fin
service, and they're going to go to platforms that that aren't as moderated. And I think it's going to be bad, but it's just about control. But you know what I think? I actually think that's what they want to happen. I think they want to kick kids off all of the moderated platforms. They're all going to go to all of those worse platforms.
There's so much historical evidence that prohibition/banning things doesn't work. Banning VPNs is their goal now.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense, because everyone that's saying, oh, who cares about this Online Safety Act, I'll just use a VPN, well, then they ban VPNs. And then the kids are all going to go, well, probably everyone's just going to go to worse platforms as a result. And then they're going to go, oh, look, the kids are on these even worse platforms. We need to bring in even more draconian restrictions. Because look at these look at these telegrams with strangers that kids are joining, that are so much worse than the regular social media platforms. I don't even know what to do about it. Like I sent like emails to my representative or whatever, but I didn't get anything back that felt like I was listened to whatsoever. So I don't even know, bro. I don't even know what you do. I don't really want to have to 3D scan my face to keep streaming
Good
on
on
Twitch.
you for being proactive to some extent though. I just think things like government-issued IDs are inevitable, sadly.
Well, I mean, we have IDs. I just think it's weird.
Maybe parents should do their job and parent their kids.
I absolutely agree, Tom. I couldn't agree with you more. Like, it's not up to the government to control what your kids are doing online. It just isn't. It's government overreach, man. It's parents should be looking after that. I think it's a cultural issue. I think we shouldn't be giving kids smartphones. Like when I grew up, there was a PC in the lounge room, you know?
At time go esto ost, I don't know about this being the end all be all argument TBF.
I think parents should parent their kids. I really do. I mean, I also think porn should just be completely banned across the board because I don't think it does any good for anyone. I think if parents parented their kids...
At Foreskinfin, it's the starting point.
It's the starting point. I think if parents parented their kids and porn was banned across the board, didn't exist...
No social media until 16 to 18 MO or heavily restricted.
Yeah, I think, yeah, with my kids, they're not going to be able to just do whatever they want. I might turn TTS off just because we're getting deep. And I'd rather complete my thoughts and then read chat. Yeah, I don't know. Which means I have to change the title. So I read every chat. Every chat. That follows chat rules. Alright. What do we got here? How do you implement this? How do you encore that? Scan IDs? I feel tech companies get off scot-free doing the bare minimum in terms of moderation. That's true. I also think it's very hard to moderate social media platforms as well. So a lot of these issues have like deep and difficult truths to wrestle with on both sides. I don't have any idea, to be honest. This issue is complex to deal with, sadly. Yeah, and I feel like it's just stupid to just be like, okay, government 3D facial scans for every single person that uses social media. It's just not good. It's not a good solution. I think it's a cultural issue. I think, yeah, we need more of a culture of like I know parents who have given their kids iPhones, but the iPhone, if you get into an iPhone, there are so many parental restrictions. Like these kids on these iPhones their parents have given them, they can't Google anything. They literally cannot Google. That's how locked down the iPhones are. They can like use the calculator. They, it's like that's what should be happening with kids' phones. But I don't think smartphone manufacturers want to be selling phones that are like that by default, because it means those kids don't get addicted to their phones from an early age. Maya says, yeah, it should be the responsibility of each site, prawn, cough, cough, to do much better moderation. I mean, the fact that they just say like, are you 18? You click yes. It's pathetic. But I don't think the solution is 3D face scans. But of course, scale and amount of work for that is huge, and they want to cut costs as much as possible. Yeah, that's true. Did anyone bring up that Spotify is requiring ID checks in the UK now because of child safety? Spotify. I just woke up. You're welcome to call in, Tom, if you would like. That's kind of wild. Yee, that's insane. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. It's not good. People really need to parent their children, you know? And I do feel like we live in such a culture of like give a kid an iPad or an iPhone and tell them to shut up. And I understand, like parents often say you don't get it because you're not a parent. And I feel like parents often feel like they're just trying to get it as much, I guess, alone time or like time without kids as they possibly can. But I mean, that just sounds bad to me. This is likely due to the podcast they have. If some of them are labeled as NSFW, they would be required to ask for it due to the act. I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of glad I grew up in a time where I could listen to any podcast I wanted to. I'm not glad that I've always had like complete free unadulterated access to pornography, but I'm glad that I was able to listen to the Grandma's Virginity podcast as a teenager, because that's just the best podcast of all time. Justin Roiland allegations aside, and noted, I still think he's one of the funniest people ever. I don't even know what to do with that, you know? I'm not out here saying he's the best guy that ever existed, but he's sure is funny. How does that make people safe? If you don't submit your ID, they will delete your account. That's actually cooked. It'd be nice if this was the beginning of some kind of revolution and everyone stopped using these mainstream platforms, but at this point, I feel like these things are so deeply integrated into everyone's lives. Like all of my playlists are on Spotify. Every playlist, every song I like, it's on Spotify. And I've tried to, why is there like a circle on my head? Oh, that's my hair. I thought OBS was putting a circle above my head. I just had a little loop of hair. I'm gonna mute for a second and blow my nose. Yeah, Time, I am wondering if you're interested in calling in. All good if not. Just interested if you would like to call in or not. But yeah, I don't even know. Like, I can remember like 2 occasions where I've emailed like a local representative, and I get back an email saying it may as well say we don't care. It may as well be what the email says, because that's how it reads. You know, political nice speak for all. Yeah, we don't care. Because I guess all they have to do is appeal to the biggest voter base possible, right? And if the majority of the voter base is parents that can't be bothered to parent their children, then those parents are going to vote for an under 16 social media ban, regardless of whether or not it means that we all have like government issued online IDs and 3D face scans. And it's not like that information is held by us. That information is going to be held by the social media platforms that already have far too much information about us, and probably by the government. Time says, I don't think I'll be able to. I gotta feed the cats in a bit, then head back to bed. I can't stay up all night. That's fair enough, Time. I didn't realize it's not even that late. It's only 8 p.m. for me, so it probably is sleepy time for you. I don't know. I feel like the best thing that could happen, I mean, the best thing we could do is email all of our local representatives, I feel like. It's 3 a.m. for you. Yeah, you should definitely go back to sleep. Magic Flash says, honest, if I said ID scan / software data collection in the hands of the government and not a weird scammy pop-up company, I mean the whole concept itself is bad, I would be the slightest more willing. And as an IT person, I can tell you they're gonna be a huge ass data breach. Millions of ID put out on the internet, and that's probably gonna be a bigger issue than anything the Online Safety Act would solve. I couldn't agree with you more, Magic Flash. maybe I don't necessarily agree on the government trust thing. I mean, yeah, probably the startups and the social media companies, maybe they're worse because the government probably has more accountability. People would go crazy, right? If the government messes up with that data. Foreskin says, this is fair. I'd sooner trust the government storing info themselves than hundreds of private companies. I mean, yeah, I guess there's the argument that at least it's stored in one place. But guys, don't go trusting the government. If you look at history, the worst things are usually done by governments. I don't really understand government trust. I think all you have to do is look at and understand like power hierarchies. And I've talked about this on stream before, but power hierarchies attract dark tetrad people, the worst kinds of people. Dark tetrad being the people that are Machiavellian, narcissistic, sadistic, and someone had to remind me what the other one was last time as well. But the worst kinds of people are the kinds of people that see a power hierarchy like a government or even like a church, and they want to be at the top of that power hierarchy because they're power hungry people, and they're also the kind of manipulative people that will backstab their way to the top of the hierarchy. So this is why I basically don't trust any institution. I don't trust a government. I don't trust a university. I don't know if there are definitely churches I wouldn't trust. The dark tetrad is a set of 4 personality traits: Machiavellianism, narcissism, psychopathy. It's like the worst one. Psychopathy is the one I forget. Psychopathy and sadism. I only trust myself. I think you need to have people in your life that you trust. I think you have to have people in your life that you trust. But they should be close. You should have close people, and I've always valued quality over quantity. I'd rather have one friend that I know that I would die for and they would die for me than like 100 people that would like my post on social media or whatever, but they're not there for you if anything bad happens. Maya says, since we mentioned discerning information earlier, respectfully for your information, the dark triad's type content is pseudoscience. The point you were trying to make still stands, though, I think. You think the dark tetrad is pseudoscience? If you could link me to something about that being pseudoscience, that'd be cool. Same, I only trust myself. If anyone is gonna backstab me, it's gonna be me. Okay, that's weird. You don't trust Flame? You don't trust your de facto partner there? I don't know. I might be too trusting of individuals. I mean, I'm definitely a much bigger fan of individuals than institutions for sure. You trust MJ? You trust a cat? Fair enough. At least you trust someone. Is the dark tetrad real? I mean, isn't it just psychology? Are you calling psychology a pseudoscience? The dark tetrad is a recognized concept in psychology representing a constellation of 4 personality traits: Machiavellianism, narcissism, psychopathy, and sadism. You love psychology. These traits are considered aversive and are linked to negative interpersonal behaviors and a lack of empathy. While the dark tetrad is a relatively recent development building upon the older dark triad, including sadism, it's a useful framework for understanding certain patterns of antisocial behavior. There's a member of the UK Parliament that said if you want to overturn the Child Safety Act, you're a predator. Yeah, I think Foreskin was talking about that. From the Labour Party. Maya says Maya says main channel I watch on Twitch does a lot of psychology. Can say name if you're interested. Yeah, I'm not gonna be like, oh, it's promoting. You can just say the name of the channel. That's the same guy. Yeah. Horrendous optics. Yeah. when you just accuse anyone that disagrees with you as being like a Nazi or a pedophile or just whatever the worst accusation you can make is, I think that's when you've lost. But I think a lot of people don't realize that that's when they lose, and a lot of people just believe these wild accusations. How that framework or term is used is pseudoscience/fake claims in most, if not all, cases. That's interesting. Don't know what the flip labor's thinking. Holy. Okay, it's Perry Cariel? Perikiel? I don't know how to pronounce that. She has like nodes hooked up to her brain? What's going on? She's kind of pretty. I ain't gonna lie. About me. I'm Perry. I like to do weird things with tech. I'm not qualified to touch. Oh, tech, she's not qualified to touch. She also does mind control, gaming, and other tech projects. In trouble with PR teams and fire department nationwide. Okay, that's funny. Got a sense of humor. Magic Flash says, well, I gotta go. Have a good rest of your day. Have a good rest of your day, Magic Flash. Thanks for being here, Magic Flash. Appreciate your input as a smart IT guy. It's very much valued. And I look forward to seeing you again on the stream. Time says to Foreskin, the same guy from the Labour Party also voted against looking into child grooming and exploitation inquiries. So yeah, he really cares about kids. See, this is what I'm saying. It's just like the fact that they're not blocking pornography or gambling, and they're claiming that these social media bans are protecting the children. Maya says, yeah, she's funny. I mean, assuming she wrote this bio, she's funny. This is an entirely different issue, to be fair. Grooming gangs are wildly misrepresented in the UK. Interesting. I don't really know anything about that stuff. I know that there are accusations of grooming gangs. It's all about control. I completely agree with Time. It is all about control. They want to control the population, bruh. They want us satiated. They want us big, full bellies, just full of carbs, passed out on our couches, watching television, masturbating, pornography, because they didn't ban pornography. No, they're not. Grooming gangs are big there. They're called Manchester United. Wait, is this a real accusation? They're certainly present. They're not big there. Well, sounds like you guys might be arguing semantics potentially. No, that's a soccer team. Wait, you said Manchester United. And then in Perry Carriel's bio, she says, you might have seen me play games with mind control. That's kind of crazy. And then she's got a PC with the same CPU as me, but a 4070 Super. Wait, why are there two listings for CPUs? She must have two PCs, I guess. Time makes a joke. Okay, bruh. I just don't know. Like, in this day and age, someone could tell me that Manchester United is a grooming gang, and I'd be like, okay. Because that's just what the news is like these days. It's like, I'd just be like, oh, I didn't know that. There you go. You learn something every day. So it's one of these, we live in a time where you might make a joke and it might turn out to be reality, you know? Creeping on another profile, huh? Well, Maya mentioned this streamer. So, and she's a pretty girl, right? Arrest me. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say at this point. Under 16 social media ban is bad. If they actually cared about kids, they ban porn and gambling. People should actually parent their children. Government overreach is wild. I think you're not a free country if you don't have freedom of speech and the right to bear arms. Yeehaw. The most evil things are generally done by governments. Don't trust the government. Don't trust corporations. Don't trust institutions. I would say trust God. That's what I believe in. Trust the people around you that you love and that love you. Abolish taxes. See, I think it's really tempting to say abolish taxes, but I actually really like roads and hospitals. Schools not so much, but roads and hospitals I like. Abolish tax exemptions for churches. Interesting take. I don't know, bro. I don't know if the churches are the worst things we have going on. Roads are lame, says Forsian. Well, do you have a car? I think if you had a car, you might be pro-road. Private roads, private hospitals. But then don't you end up in the sticky situation that the US is in where any kind of medical care is ridiculously expensive because it's entirely privatized? See, I think there's a balance. I think some private industry is good. Some government is good. It's all about the balance of power. You don't want a government that controls everything, because then evil people get in control and do evil things. You don't want a private capitalist industry that controls everything, because then evil people get into power and do evil things. It's all about the balance of power. Can't be all government. Can't be all corporations. Can't be all churches. It's all about the balance of power. The less power you can give people, the better. You know, in an ideal world, there would be a perfect person, and the perfect person could be a dictator and make everything perfect. But guess what? We're all humans. We're all sinful. We're all inherently selfish. Make energy companies a public right and free. Yeah, like just make electricity, what do you call it? Like a human right or something. So everyone just has electricity. Yeah, I don't know, bro. It's hard because the money's got to come from somewhere. I feel like. I don't know. I do think that we could tax billionaires more heavily and power could be free, to be honest. But the thing is, if you made power free, then people wouldn't be conservative about the amount of power they use. So I don't think free power is the solution. I do think we have to look after the people at the bottom, though. I think everyone should have access to like good, clean, safe housing. Good, clean, safe, healthy food. Good, clean, safe, healthy water. And probably everyone should have access to the internet, because like not having the internet would be such a massive debuff. In California, we have a company called PG&E. They have killed thousands of people, and they get tax breaks like crazy and raise prices every year. Well, yeah, that's because of corruption. That's because people that run companies like that get friendly with politicians. And it's because politicians are often very selfish people. And they go, oh, well, actually, I might get gifted $40 million if we give this corporation an $80 million tax break. They're just numbers I pulled out of my bottom. But that is the kind of stuff that happens in politics. And I don't really know how you solve it, because I don't know I don't know if do good people even want to get into politics? And if they get in, do they stay good? It's all pay to win. I mean, we do live in a pay to win society. It works to some extent because it means that people do things to contribute to society in order to get paid. It works to that extent. And then Time says, right, so strip them of their autonomy. As in strip the politicians of the autonomy or strip the electricity companies of the autonomy. I just don't think the road that you're suggesting, Time, would just lead to everything being under government ownership, basically communism, or at least too big of a government that has too much control. Flash says, so did look into it a little bit. I was off. History has shown that any centralized identity platform has about a 50% chance of being hacked at the start and has almost a 100% fail rate of anything lasting 5+ years. But how will many lovely citizens are all so happy about this? I would say at least 2 to 3 company will get hacked within 1 to 3 years. Yeah, see, I do feel a little bit like I'm preaching to the choir. Like, I feel like if someone's watching Twitch, they're already like kind of an alternative person, no? Like, they're not sitting there watching Fox News or CNN. If you're watching Twitch, you're kind of tapped in. You kind of have some idea of what's going on. Time just says burn it down. Like, I think everyone here is anti this social media ban thing. Because everyone knows what it really means. It's the normies that don't know what's going on. It's the people that are actually being programmed by mainstream media. Because mainstream media still tells people what to believe and people still believe it. Maya says, well, but it's corrupt. Not looking out for the people's interests as intended. The bill, the government, might need to be more specific. Time says no. We privatize things. Abolish the government. We don't need it. I watch Hassan. He's so hot. Hassan's a cringe lord, bro. Abolish the government. We don't need it. I think is crazy. I think I'm just pro small government. No government is crazy. No government is crazy because then corporations would just run wild and do whatever they want. All the roads would be built by corporations that would charge you $80 to drive like a kilometer of road. Maya says, what is it, Maya? I can't remember which one I said first, but you said it was correct. And then whatever Elm said, as soon as there's 2 options in my brain, I can't get it right. Maya? I want to say Maya. Maya. I second guess every time I say it. Says bah. Foreskin. The general voter really doesn't care about this, to be honest. Yeah, it's true, isn't it? Governments generally, yeah. So governments generally are corrupt? Yeah. Basically, the goal is to just minimize corruption. I don't think you're ever going to have a perfectly squeaky clean government, but you just minimize corruption as much as you can. And you distribute the power, and you have bodies like in Australia, we have ICAC who investigates corruption, and it's a separate body, a separate entity. It's all about checks and balances. IRL Hassan is goated. Regular Hassan sucks. You know what? I wouldn't be shocked if he's a cool dude to hang out with, but to me, his opinions are so cooked. Like, just being like blatantly pro-terrorism and pulling a gun out when someone in his chat disagrees with him, I just think is completely cooked. I'm fine with Hassan, but I don't watch him. I'm not fine with him. I think homie needs help. Serious mental evaluation. He can be funny every now and then. Again, like, I feel like to hang out with him, he'd probably be a cool and funny dude. But his opinions are actually cooked, and I actually think he probably does need some mental help if he's like pro-terrorist and thinks pulling a fake gun out on stream is appropriate. No, you had it right. It's like Maya. Tell me if Maya. And then Time says Mia. Mia. I don't know how to pronounce Mia, so it is Maya. Maya, gotta enforce more transparency and have a system to enforce accountability when rules are broken. I couldn't agree more with you, Maya. Foreskin. What if I started just calling Foreskin Finn? Finn? That Chatner was threatening him, Lamau. I didn't even know he was threatening him, but it still doesn't make pulling a gun out on stream okay. Mamandi will be hung. You will be beaten in the streets of New York. What is that? Is that a threat? What did I just read? Who's Mamandi? Time says, who amongst us hasn't backed a terrorist every now and then? I think I can pretty confidently say I've never been pro-terrorist, never really been in support of terrorism ever. I'm pretty happy to be able to say that. Finn says, that dude was a loser. Cheezo. I don't agree with flaunting guns on stream, but don't threaten people if you don't want to be ridiculed and berated. Well, yeah, if the guy was threatening Hassan, he definitely shouldn't have been threatening him. You know, I'm not okay with threatening, no matter who's doing the threatening. You just don't threaten people. You don't get in someone's Twitch chat and threaten them, and you don't pull out a gun on stream because someone in Twitch chat threatened you. You just don't do it. It's not complicated. It's not complicated stuff. It's not a complicated equation, okay? Maya says, the other day my mum told me the president of Spain had to present funds budgeting before starting his term, basically. Tried twice, but budget got rejected. He didn't try again. So this key thing that's part of the job, and obviously lack of it covers for corruption, hasn't been met, and that was maybe a couple of years ago. He's still in power. Huh, wild. Yeah, I mean, I can't help but think about the Trump stuff and think about how he promised to release JFK files, he promised to release Epstein list. These things haven't really happened. They do just say things and promise things to get into power. Time says, I'm pro-terrorizing CM Punk. Screw that guy. That's why Seth Rollins is the world champion now. I don't think that's terrorism, is it? That's just terrorizing an individual? I don't think I'm pro-terrorizing individuals. I don't think I'm pro, like, terrorism in general. And I don't think I'm pro-terrorizing individuals either. I do have some wild hot takes. Like that. Yeah, I'm pro that. What did CM Punk do to you, Time? And for those that don't know, CM Punk is just a wrestler from the WWE that Time doesn't like. You talk too much. Well, what do you want me to do, Time? The people voted Battlefield 6 won the poll. Battlefield 6 doesn't want to work, even though I spent like 2 hours last night making it work. And then the next highest most voted for thing was keep yapping. Time goes to waste. Didn't hydrate. And that means
I need some water.
That's what I want you to do. Hydrate. Okay, dude. Are you happy for me to talk now that I've hydrated? Finn says, I don't know why I'm even going to bat for Hassan, but I legit don't think Hassan is pro-terrorism. I feel I've seen him condemn it multiple times. Well, why did he put on the Houthi music video and say these people are very musical? Time says, okay, you can talk more. I just figured you were getting parched. I was actually kind of parched. I won't lie. This has been like a proper yap stream, dude. Proper stuck into the yap. Yeah, I just don't see how you can say Hassan isn't pro-terrorism. I don't know how you can say that. I know my peepee. It was a bad clip. It certainly made a joke of the whole thing, but that clip alone... Is that clip alone enough to brand him pro-terrorist? Alright, look, I should be fair and say, look, I'm not a Hassan expert. I just felt that I had seen enough. He did also say that America deserved 9/11. I don't know how much more pro-terrorism you could be than saying America deserved 9/11. I think it's fair to say America's done a lot of bad stuff and a lot of unnecessary interventionism. But to say that America deserved 9/11, I would consider that to be in support of terrorism. He interviewed a Houthi terrorist on stream. He did, yeah, that's a really good point. He did interview a Houthi terrorist and he was like, yo, bro, you're just like Luffy from One Piece. Do you like One Piece, bro? Oh. That was his interview with a Houthi terrorist. So if you can explain to me how that's not pro-terrorist, I'd be very impressed. Under the guise that he was a terrorist, which turned out not to be true, I think. Oh, the guy wasn't actually a terrorist? He denied being a terrorist on that same stream, by the way. Okay. Well, maybe I don't have all the information. Welcome in, Agent 258. Thanks for being here, Agent 258. And how are you, Agent 258? How are you? And how did you find the stream? Finn says that he was asked if he was a soldier, and he said yes. I don't really know what's happening here, but... Agent, we're basically... Somehow we've ended up debating whether or not Hassan is pro-terrorist. I'm pretty well convinced that he is, but I'm willing to entertain the conversation and do more research. Time says the Taliban consider themselves soldiers too. Well, the first, when I typed is Hassan pro, the first thing was, is Hassan pro-Palestine? Well, I think we know the answer to that. Time says, whether or not Hassan is a terrorist doesn't affect my life. So at the end of the day, I don't care. Well, it affects whether people watch him, whether people think he's good. Regardless, I'd let him hold me. Time, he's starting to freak me out. Is Hassan pro-terrorism? So any proof that he's a Houthi or involved in any terrorist groups? Or can we just assume? Well, let's try and get to the bottom of it, guys. Let's try and get to something conclusive here. I'm not getting any AI answers from Google, so it probably doesn't want to touch the subject with the 10-foot pole. Hassan said he was a Houthi. He said that? Agent says, good. Roaming, just chatting, trying to find a channel that is chill and won't disturb much. Well, we try not to disturb. We're searching for somebody to read a post made on Reddit. Lots of views but zero comments, hoping it's just due to being too advanced. Well, if it's your own post on Reddit, I'm not really interested. Because a lot of people, it does really annoy me when first time chatters come in here and the first thing that they do is they want their stuff promoted. Foreskin says, clip? I saw Hassan ask him and him saying no. Yeah, we're pretty chill. I feel like this is the most political we've gotten. I feel like we had a political conversation a few streams ago. Was the last one after a raid too? Question of whether Hassan Piker is pro-terrorism is complex and highly contentious. Well, that's a great way to start. I think I found a way to prove magic. Well, that's a claim. I believe in miracles, but I would say I don't believe in magic. I believe in miracles. I also believe in that the demonic exists, but I don't believe in like it's just magic. I think there's spiritual forces and power exist. Same man of science, but after what I saw these past days, what did you see these past days, Agent? The question of whether Hassan Piker is pro-terrorism is complex and highly contentious, as it involves interpreting his statements, actions, and the context of his public persona. Based on available information, including web sources and posts on X, here's a breakdown of the situation. Hassan Piker, a Turkish-American Twitch streamer and political commentator with millions of followers, is known for his left-wing views and vocal criticism of US and Israeli politics. Well, who isn't a critic of US and Israeli politics? Particularly regarding the Israeli-Palestine conflict. He has faced accusations of supporting or sympathizing with terrorism due to specific statements and actions, but he has also explicitly denied supporting terrorism. I'd probably deny supporting terrorism if I supported terrorism. Time says, imagine if I had a paste bin of Hassan evidence. Haha, I have to go find a clip now. But sometimes clips can be misleading too. I think it's fair of Finn to say, you know, you can't just take a clip out of context. And I think that is a fair thing to say. It does just feel like there's a lot of things that pile up to make Hassan look like he's pro-terrorism. Foreskin says, I also saw the America Deserve 9/11 clip and am convinced it's mostly just an argument on imperialism. I think you've said this before. The entire premise was about how America destabilized the Middle East and their hubris led them to believe no retaliation would come. I mean, I feel like people agree on that point, right? They have destabilized the Middle East. They have been interventionist, probably more interventionist than necessary. They've done some bad over there. Does that mean America deserved 9/11 though? I don't think so. I think the actions of the American military, while not completely divorced from the everyday citizens that were in the Twin Towers, I would say are fairly divorced from those innocent citizens in the Twin Towers on 9/11. And I think that's might be one of the most ridiculous statements I've ever heard, to say that America deserved 9/11. Foreskin says, to time that he doesn't really have to go and look for the clips. Agent says, yeah, when is the last time you saw a Reddit post get over 1,000 views with 0 comments? Not even that random guy that says BS getting nervous. Agent, I don't know why you keep talking about a Reddit post that no one else is talking about. It makes me concerned that you're like a bot, or you're just doing self-promotion. And it makes me think that you botted your Reddit post. I don't know. Do you want me to ban you? I just don't know what you're trying to do. I'll ban you if you post self-promotion. I'm off chow. I really want to ban you. But I'm not sure yet. I think I'm gonna do it. The first thing Hassan says is the guy is a Houthi pirate. And when you look up what a Houthi pirate does, it's all terroristic stuff in the name of support for Palestine. 9/11 was an inside job. Hey, we're actually talking about 9/11 in a serious capacity, which I feel like doesn't even happen that often on the internet. And maybe that's what they want. Finn says, it's an incendiary comment, but I prefer focusing on the stronger parts of the argument. Time says, I heard someone unpack what Hassan was talking about in regards to deserving 9/11, and it kinda made sense. But he says things in the worst way, so it came off bad. Yeah, that wording is atrocious. Time says, ha ha ha. Me banning Agent 258. I was thinking Peep is overreacting, but I saw the person's first comment, and it was bringing up his own Reddit post. Yeah, everything they said was about a Reddit post that didn't have comments. So to me, it's very clear that they've put a post on Reddit, they've botted upvotes, and now they're jumping around Twitch chats going, I can't believe that this post has all these upvotes and no comments. So I'm very glad that I banned them. I feel like this happens a lot. To be fair, the guy is extremely unlikable. So fair is fair. Who's your favorite streamer, Finn? Who's your favorite streamer, Finn? Who is your favorite streamer? Chud Logic Lamau. He was a Destiny orbiter who covers drama politics now. I find Destiny really cringe. I don't know. Although I feel like I might need to do some reevaluating, because I was finding Destiny really cringe because I saw a debate of him like really intensely asserting that Sam Hyde has to be a neo-Nazi. And I was like, there's not enough evidence. You can't just conclude that Sam Hyde is like a neo-Nazi without a doubt. And then that last episode of Extreme Peace came out where the 3D render of Sam Hyde has a swastika on his chest, and the title screen is a big swastika, and they put a Hitler speech over the song in the episode. So no, Chud is problematic. No. Why is Chud problematic? So yeah, I don't know if not liking Destiny because of that debate is valid anymore. I might have to reassess everything, guys. But this is good. I think this is what it's about, right? Because I could have dug my heels in That's what I heard online, no clue. Well, do you really want to be the kind of NPC that goes, oh, someone told me this person was problematic? I feel like you really have to take the responsibility to look into these things for yourself. Otherwise, you're just going to think everyone's problematic, aren't you? Because everyone gets accused of it now. I didn't say I believe it, but you did say, no, Chud is problematic, which certainly sounds like you believe he's problematic. You also said it with 4 exclamation marks. So it certainly seems like you believe that Chud is problematic. Certainly could give one the impression that you believe Chud is problematic. I did look into Hyde. Apparently there's some stuff with him and a 16-year-old. Yeah, we looked into the 16-year-old thing on someone else's stream. And there was like a photo of him with a 16-year-old. I don't know. It didn't convince me like beyond a shadow of a doubt. I don't know, but like, did I hear about that? I mean, yeah, I heard about that on someone else's stream. I had no idea about it. And I think I was just going around being like, oh, dude, the Sam Hyde guy's so funny. Like, Extreme Peace is World Peace is one of the funniest things I've seen. I think that's still true. See, this is the annoying thing, right? You like someone. It seems to be rife in comedy in particular. You like someone, you think they're the funniest, and then you find out they're a neo-Nazi. And there are 16-year-old allegations, I guess. There are 16-year-old allegations. Chud's odd. Fairly soy and left-wing. Wait, so Foreskin, are you based? Are you based, Foreskin? If Chud is fairly soy and left-wing? But he's a staunch capitalist with more of a centrist take on social issues like LGBT. Funny dude nonetheless. See, am I the opposite? I feel like I think I'm economically progressive. I think we should absolutely look after everyone at the bottom of the sort of economic hierarchy. But I would say I'm culturally conservative. But see, I'm not really on board with forcing my culturally conservative ideas. Anyone a fan of Tectone here? I've watched Tectone. I've watched him. Am I a fan of him? I would not go that far. I don't know enough about him to know if I'm a fan or not. I'm iffy on Tectone. See, I'm culturally conservative, but I don't like the idea of forcing culturally conservative values on everyone. But I don't like the idea of forcing any values on anyone. Whether left-wing values or right-wing values, I just don't think we should be forcing values on anyone. Finn says, I just don't like gotcha streamers, even though I play them. Which ones do you play? Are you Genshin guy? Honkai Star Rail guy? Zenless Zone Zero guy? What's the horse girl one? I feel like I should remember the name of the horse girl one. Everyone was talking about it a couple of weeks ago. If we can all agree to be a no Tectone, I'll stay. Otherwise, I'm gone. So what's wrong with Tectone? Uma Musume is the horse game. Uma Musume. Genshin's my vice. Yeah, bro. I think if you can kick gacha games, that'd be very good for you. He's so annoying and loud. That's not generally what I judge people on, though. I'm more interested, what are his politics, what are his values, what are his beliefs? And he has stupid takes. Well, tell me what his stupid takes are, dude. Tell me what Tectone's stupid takes are. He's extreme right. How is he extreme right? I'm going to ask AI, what are Tectone's politics? What is extreme right? Tectone, a Twitch streamer and content creator, has not explicitly outlined a comprehensive political ideology in a single public statement, but his views can be inferred from various posts and interactions based on available information. Tectone's political stance appears to be complex and not easy to categorize as strictly left or right. Our X post from August 2025 suggests a mixed perception among viewers. Some describe him as progressive left-leaning centrist. I wouldn't describe him as that. Who supports policies like universal basic income. He sounds a little bit like me because that's pretty left on the economic scale. Healthcare for all sounds like me, left on the economic scale. And higher taxes on the rich, again sounds like me, left on the economic scale, indicating left-leaning tendencies. Others label him as edgy far right or criticize him for Islamophobic remarks, suggesting right-wing associations. However, Tectone himself has pushed back against being labeled as an alt-right political grifter, indicating discomfort with far-right categorizations. Additional posts describe him as a centrist with both left and right-leaning views. It sounds like he's economically left and culturally very right, suggesting he doesn't fully align with either extreme. Tectone's public disputes, such as his feud with Hassan, highlight his criticism of certain left-wing figures and their political takes, particularly on issues like terrorist propaganda or socialist hypocrisy, which I think is pretty fair to say that Hassan might be guilty of socialist hypocrisy, as seen in his May 2025 comments. Yet, his vocal opposition to specific progressive figures or ideas doesn't necessarily translate to a cohesive right-wing stance. He's also expressed frustration with being pigeonholed politically. I could understand that. His controversial remarks, like those on abortion in November 2024, drew criticism but didn't clearly align him with a single ideology. Overall, Tectone's politics seem to be a mix of centrist and selective progressive views with occasional conservative right-leaning rhetoric, often shaped by his reactions to specific events or individuals rather than a defined platform. Without a direct statement from Tectone clarifying his full political framework, this assessment remains inconclusive and based on fragmented public sentiment. I feel like we all learnt a little bit from that. He has no spine either. Oh, right wing. Asmongold is his idol in terms of streaming / political coverage. Interesting. Time says to Finn, you're talking about Peep. Guys, I used to watch Asmongold. I don't know what you want me to say. I don't know what you want me to do. I used to watch Asmongold. I don't think he's like a terrible guy. I feel like when people talk about Asmongold, I feel like they know something about him that I don't. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know what's supposed to be so bad about him. And then Time has a good old laugh about that. Finn says, I've heard Asmongold refer to himself as accelerationist. I don't even know what that means, but I legit don't think he knows what that means. And that is a bad thing to be. Does someone want to explain accelerationist, or should I look it up? He didn't even vote in the last election. Yeah, it's kind of crazy that he's a political commentator, supposedly a political commentator. He didn't even vote in the last election. But I almost feel like he did do that to protect himself. And I will say that he has done very positive coverage of Trump. And it seems like he would be a pro-Trumper, but then he goes, I didn't vote. And I almost feel like he didn't vote so that he could say that he didn't vote, so he could get away with very positive Trump coverage. Time says, what even is that? In reference to accelerationism, the foreskin Finn. And Finn says, someone who votes for obviously damaging candidates / platforms for the purpose of destroying the status quo in order to speed up the destruction of society. That's crazy. Well, he'd have to vote in order to do that, wouldn't he? So I guess that's kind of what you're saying, Finn. Which says, oh no, that's me. Guys, we don't actually want society to collapse. It can actually be improved if we actually put effort in. Finn says, usually in the name of some sort of movement. Time says, W chaos. It sounds like Time doesn't know that chaos is bad. Finn says, also Hassan is most definitely a fake socialist. So that's kind of cringe, right? Time says, unfortunately, this chaos term isn't going as planned. Definitely fake. Tectone used his dad to critique another streamer. When it came out his dad sexually assaulted someone, he got upset about it. Then Tectone said his dad was never in his life and he barely knew the guy. While there are tweets about how much he loves his dad and how much he's affected his life. I could see those two things being true at the same time. I could see someone with a kind of absent dad still kind of idolizing their dad and loving their dad. I think that's what typically happens, isn't it? If the dad does kind of show up and be kind of cool sometimes. You don't think that's possible, Time? His dad wasn't absent. But I wouldn't say that he lied. Well, can you prove it? Do you have evidence? We like evidence here on the Peepcast stream. Big fans of evidence. Big fans of evidence. He talks about his dad all the time. But I think someone with an absent father could talk about their dad all the time, no? Prior to recently. I don't know, bro. I'm not really super invested in whether or not, I don't know what Tectone's situation with his dad is. He said his dad was his best friend for the past 15 years. Okay, well that doesn't sound like an absent father. Finn says, wait, evidence of what? I kept up with the Tectone stuff a bit. Well, it's just Time is asserting that Tectone's dad has been very present in Tectone's life. But Tectone's lying and saying that he was not very present in his life. That is Time's assertion. Time says Tectone threw his dad under the bus and said he didn't know him for a lot of his life. Something along the line. But that's also possible, don't you think? Don't you think it's possible that there could have been a big chunk where he didn't have much to do with his dad, and then there could have been a chunk of time where they were close and they were kind of like best friends? And I think it's also entirely possible that his dad might have sexually assaulted someone in the past, and maybe he feels terrible about that, and maybe he's changed, maybe he hasn't. I have no idea, but life is really extremely nuanced and complicated, and I think we live in a time where if it is to come out that someone has sexually assaulted someone once, everyone wants to decide that that person is pure evil, has always been evil and always will be evil, and is incapable of feeling remorse or feeling bad about what they did. I'm not saying sexual assault's okay in any way. I do have the controversial opinion that sexual assault is bad and is always bad. But I also think forgiveness is important, and I do think that people can change. What do we got here? Finn says, I know Tectone's dad had a podcast. Oh no, Tectone's had a podcast with his dad where they talk about their home life. And Time just says, ha 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 ha. See? Well, look. Maybe Time's completely right about everything. I don't know. I'm not coming away from this conversation concluding that I need to hate Tectone. See, Finn says I haven't watched it, to be fair. See, I think we do live in a culture and a society where people just want to come to conclusions as quickly as possible. And I think it's because maybe it looks cooler to come to conclusions quickly and have opinions and thoughts and to act like you're informed on things. So I feel like people want to do that without earning it, without actually doing any research or looking into anything. And I'm just more than happy to say that I don't know if Tectone's great or terrible, and I don't even really care that much. But I also don't think I have to know everything about him to, you know, sometimes when no one else I like is streaming and Tectone's streaming, click on his stream for a bit. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And if I do that for a month or something and then I find out that I don't like the guy for whatever reason and stop watching, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Pap says Tectone seems cool, so yeah. That was funny. I saw you in his chat. Yeah, Pap did see me in Tectone's chat. It's true. I like to watch Twitch streams. What can I say? What can I say? I like to watch Twitch streams. If I find out he's a terrible guy, I find out he's a terrible guy, but I haven't come across any conclusive evidence of that just yet. Finn says, let me find the clip of Techie's dad case being brought up in the Supreme Court. Oh. As far as I know, were people hating on Tectone? I was as far... Oh, I was AFK with people hating on Tectone, yes. I think everyone is hating on Tectone, and I'm just being like, okay, it sounds like you guys are hating on him, but don't necessarily have evidence. The haters are saying that Tectone's dad did a sexual assault, and that Tectone was always very close with his dad, but as soon as the sexual assault allegations came out against his dad, he claimed that his dad had very little to do with his life and threw him under the bus. Collective Shout sucks. Well, we talked about Collective Shout a lot. I think their mission is good, but I'd love to know why you think Collective Shout sucks. It's about control again. Well, I think media is overly sexualized and objectifies everyone too much and sexualizes everyone too much. So I think they're forced for good as far as I'm concerned. Also, why would I care about his dad? Well, I think the claim is that Tectone is bad because he threw his dad under the bus as soon as there were allegations against his dad. I think that's what the claim is. So let the justice system do its thing. Yeah, that's a fair take. It's censorship. They want to ban GTA. You know, I would actually like if GTA was less hypersexual. Then I feel more like I can play it without it having a negative impact on me. Finn says Tectone's father is Colonel Michael Robertson, a former U.S. military officer who was convicted of 14 charges, including sexually harassing 3 women and assaulting 5 women, allegedly.
My dad is a criminal, right? A lot of people like to say, oh, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. We'll get into this right off the bat. I barely knew my father at all. I referred to my older brother as my dad.
Tectone, my father was diagnosed with cancer 2 weeks ago. He's my best friend and been my role model my entire life. Through all of the ups and downs, he's been my hero. I'm attempting to stay strong and keep it together, but man, it's very hard to remain consistent job and emotional wise. Okay. It doesn't make me hate Tectone. It doesn't look great. It doesn't make me hate the guy. And then we got a link. Here's a clip with a timestamp.
Today, I would like to tell the story of one of the 8% that were prosecuted. The story of Colonel Michael Robertson, who commanded Fort Bliss's 31st Combat Support Hospital at Camp Dwyer, a military base and airfield in the Helmand River Valley in Afghanistan. Last week, Colonel Robertson was convicted by a military judge of 14 charges, including having pornography on his government computer, sexually harassing.
Do we care that Tectone's dad had pornography on a government computer?
3 women and assaulting 5 women.
Okay, the other stuff's
8
definitely
women
terrible.
that served under his command testified at great cost to their careers and their privacy. Colonel Robertson routinely touched them without permission on their breasts, thighs, and buttocks, and encouraged them to look at pornography computer. Some testified the harassment occurred daily. Sadly, the military careers of these 8 women who bravely did the right thing are almost assuredly destroyed. A major who filed a claim against Robertson said, quote, "I don't know if my career was in jeopardy for doing the right thing. Who in the Corps who supported you is going to trust you in the future," unquote. Despite repeated warnings, Colonel Robertson also emailed pornography to friends and female subordinates. A lieutenant colonel who was the chief nurse under Robertson's command said his command style split the staff and created a toxic environment. What makes the defense's answer to all these actions? That all of these jokes and the touching were attempts to boost morale. How much more outrageous must the excuse become before we do something about it? So what is the punishment for someone in the military convicted of 14 counts of assaulting and harassing his subordinates who was assigned to protect? Is he sent to prison for being a predator? Is he stripped of his standing in the military? Oh, no. Colonel Robertson was ordered to pay a $30,000 fine over 3 months and spent 3 months in prison. Colonel Robertson will retire from the Army when he finishes his sentence. His conviction won't affect his Army retirement or his federal health insurance.
Well, you could ruin someone's life completely by taking these things away.
He will not be required to register as a sex offender. It doesn't.
He probably, I think it would ruin someone's life too much to take away their pension and their health care, but he probably should be registered as a sex offender.
Take a military expert or a psychologist to figure out that sexual assault and harassment hurts not only the individual victim, but undermines unit cohesion, morale, and overall effectiveness. The absolute failure to address this behavior is hurting our military. Colonel Robertson, the majority of assailants are older and of higher rank than their victims. They abuse not only their authority, but also the trust of those they are responsible for protecting. The current military structure serves as a safe haven for sexual predators.
Also, I just want to say, if this came out about anyone else's dad, do you think you might just have a hard time, like, believing it and being okay with it? I mean, obviously, I'm not advocating for, like, oh, just close your eyes and plug your ears, pretend your dad didn't do anything wrong. But, you know, if this kind of thing came out about my dad, I'd have a very hard time, like, accepting it and thinking that it's all entirely true, you know? And I think anyone would have trouble with that.
Predators. They either are never brought to justice at all, or they receive a sentence like Colonel Robertson that doesn't come close to match their crime. That's why this week I'll be introducing a bill that would fundamentally change how sexual assaults are handled in the military. My bill will take the prosecution, the reporting, the oversight, the investigation, and the victim care of sexual assaults out of the hands of the normal chain of command and place the jurisdiction in the hands of an impartial office staffed by experts, both military and civilian.
Checks and balances.
I've become painfully aware that if DOD continues to address this issue at its current pace, the epidemic of military assault will never end.
That's what I'm talking about. All right. erudite? What's erudite? Who's being erudite? Pap says, dude posted a supportive message when his dad got cancer. Yeah, that is what he did. Pap says, right, that's fine. He can do that. But he said his dad wasn't in his life, which isn't true. Do you not think it could be true that his dad's not a huge part of his life, but he has some relationship with his dad? It says, legit, who cares, Lamau? And it says, and my main point was that he's spineless. That was Time's original assertion, was that Tectone is spineless, because Time believes that Tectone's dad was a huge part of his life, and then Tectone turned around and said he was never a big part of my life. Finn says, I care if he was really showing it off to people when they didn't want to see it. What do you mean? He was really showing off his relationship with his dad when people didn't want to see his relationship with his dad? I don't see what the issue is there. Pap says, who cares about porn on a computer? Yeah. Time says to Pap, yeah, ain't no one cares about that. That's crazy. This was televised. I just don't know why the son should be paying for the sins of the father. Time says, I mean, he eventually got cancer. I think that's a pretty good punishment. I think that's a weird thing to say. I don't know. Because, like, good people get cancer all the time. I just wouldn't even say something like that. And Time says to Pap, he shouldn't pay for the sins of his father. Finn says, I mean, he effectively ruined the careers of those 5 women, Lamau. I don't know if I would say Lamau, but it does seem like he ruined the careers of those women and maybe their lives for a period of time. I don't know about stripping him of his rank/pension, but he got a crazy slap on the wrist. Tectone's biggest sin in all of this was handing Frogan a W. Okay. So what, Frogan clowned on him for all of this? Time says, haha, true. Isn't Frogan ruined? I think Frogan's not going to be doing great with this H3 lawsuit, right? Finn says, that was the woman interviewing Tectone's dad in Time's clip. I don't even remember who sent in what clips. Oh, wait, on the podcast. Wait, who's the woman interviewing Tectone's dad in Time's clip? Time says, alright, I think the cars are nice and comfortable now. I'm going to bed. Oh, the cats are nice and comfortable now? I'm going to bed now, peep. It's been an honor, everyone. I clearly lost tonight's debate, but I'll be back. I don't know if you lost the debate. I don't know if there's a winners or losers in this debate. I think we're just discussing everyone's sort of thoughts and opinions on Tectone. Glad the cars are tucked in. Cats. And then all the cats. You think the person who sexually harassed and assaulted women getting cancer isn't an okay thing to point out? I think it's just the cancer thing. I think it's just even thinking of cancer as like a punishment. I don't know if it's because I come from being religious, and I feel like an issue in some religious circles is thinking that sicknesses and illnesses are like punishment for sin in some circles, like directly. I just feel like that you're kind of implying that, and then could that be taken to imply that everyone I don't know. I know that that's not what you're saying, but I just feel like it's a weird thing to say. Erudite. Cancer is awful. Him getting cancer, not awful. Him specifically. Well, it does sound like he did terrible stuff, but I think we have an issue in our current society and culture where we find out, okay, so the data that we have is that he was convicted of sexually assaulting 5 women, and he did something else to 3 other women. That's bad. That's terrible. That's awful. Deplorable, obviously. But we have no idea how much regret he has over that, how much remorse he has, if he's apologized to those women. We have no idea what his life journey has been since then. So to just turn around and be like, oh, well, he got cancer, so GG. I find a bit wild. Foreskin said, is Frogan ruined? In response to is Frogan ruined, Finn said, the case looks rough for all 3 of them. Even if I don't agree with some of the logic in Ethan's case, they'll probably have to pay a fine and apologize. Now, on this thing about H3H3, Ethan Klein's case, if you try to sympathize with Tectone's dad, you support the child safety bill. Okay, so Time, you're actually being the problem with all online discourse. But I get that you're doing it intentionally, I guess. Time 1. I tied it all back together, full circle. See, I win. Yeah, okay. If you think you win, if you think you won, buddy, whatever helps you sleep, buddy. But yeah, I watched the Ethan Klein video about I guess it's going to be a court case, right? That he's going to have with those 3 streamers. And it seemed pretty conclusive that they are in violation of copyright. They didn't even attempt to do something transformative with that Ethan Klein video. And at least one of the streamers was outright saying, now you can watch the video without supporting Ethan Klein. I don't know if I've seen a more blatant instance of copyright infringement, where the person says, may as well be saying, I'm doing copyright infringement. Let's do copyright infringement together. Aren't we so glad we're doing copyright infringement? They may as well have said that on camera, on stream. Pap says Tectone's dad seems like a piece of poop. But I don't like putting bad energy into the universe. I think that's pretty much... But I don't even know if I would say he seems like a piece of poop. He's obviously done terrible things. I think what a lot of people have trouble with is separating bad actions from a human being. And, it's entirely possible he's a terrible guy. And he obviously clearly has done terrible, deplorable things. But I don't feel super comfortable with this approach that, okay, he did terrible, terrible things. It seems like a long time ago. That footage looked very old. No one here knows Tectone's dad, right? No one here knows if he regrets what he did, if he feels remorse for what he did, if it might keep him up at night what he did. He might be a changed person, he might be desperate for forgiveness. But if you just decide that he was and is and forever will be just a piece of garbage that deserves to have cancer, I think that's actually pretty messed up. Time says that's what we call a callback in comedy. Alright, for real, it's bedtime. I really hope everyone has a great night/morning. Thank you so much, Time. I hope you have a wonderful sleep. And I hope that you have great health for all your life. Hope everyone has great health for all their lives. Finn says, I could probably argue Denim's reaction of that video was transformative. But she's also getting charged for reacting to the countdown stream of the nuke, which was just a timer. Okay, that's kind of weird to get charged for reacting to a timer. I don't know that a timer is necessarily a copywritten work. That sounds odd. Yeah, I don't know. But I think Ethan's got a pretty strong case. I mean, he's set precedent on copyright in the past. Yeah, I think he's gonna come out of it looking pretty good, dude. I ain't gonna lie, I think he's gonna come out of it looking pretty good. But it is licensed. He didn't set precedent, but he literally did. Let me look it up. I don't think he's the best guy in the entire universe or anything like that. I used to be a really big fan back when he used to do good YouTube videos, and I watched the podcast for a long time, and then eventually I just sort of fell off. Where's the best place? I'm honestly at the point where I'd just rather ask AI because I don't necessarily trust the websites. Do I trust the AI? I don't know. Did Ethan Klein set copyright precedent? His case didn't set precedent. The judge explicitly stated that he didn't want to set precedent to keep flexibility with how they handle these types of suits. Well, it sounds like you're kind of informed there. Ethan Klein did claim to set precedent, and I'll acknowledge that I used to be like an H3 diehard, and so I would have believed anything he would have said. Ethan Klein, known for his YouTube channel H3 Productions, has been involved in significant copyright-related legal cases that have influenced the understanding of fair use, particularly in the context of reaction videos. Oh, but he hasn't set a definitive legal precedent in the way a landmark court ruling would. So I guess that was a false claim on Ethan Klein's part, because he has claimed multiple times to have set precedent in regard to copyright law. In 2016, filmmaker Matt Hoss sued Ethan and Hila for copyright infringement over their reaction video, The Big, The Bold, The Beautiful, which critiqued Hoss's video using segments of it. Klein's argument in their video, the Kleins argued their video was fair use due to its transformative nature, criticism, and commentary. Outcome. In 2017, a federal judge in the Southern District of New York ruled in favor of the Kleins finding their video constituted fair use. The court emphasized that the Kleins video was transformative because it interspersed short clips of Hoss's work with substantial commentary and criticism, using about 60% of the original 3 minutes 15 seconds of a 5-minute 24-second video in a way that was reasonable for critique. This decision clarified that reaction videos can qualify as fair use if they add meaningful commentary or transformation. But see, to me, that feels like it is setting a precedent. To me, what I just read sounds like it set the precedent that a reaction video is a reasonable thing to do. It clarified that reaction videos can qualify as fair use. That sounds like a precedent to me. Impact. While not being a binding precedent for all courts, Hoss versus Klein became a widely cited case in decisions about fair use for reaction content on platforms like YouTube and Twitch. It provided a framework for creators, showing that reaction videos with substantial commentary could be protected under fair use, though it also noted that not all reaction videos automatically qualify. Those resembling group viewing sessions might not, and I gotta say, from what I saw of Frogan and the like, watching the Hassan content nuke from H3, they seem to be group viewing sessions, not necessarily reaction content. And especially because they spend a lot of time just sitting there eating food and not even saying anything about the video. Klein's 2025 lawsuits against streamers. Context. It could be in the finer details where it isn't considered precedent then. Well, I mean, this is telling me that it's not considered precedent. But what I'm reading sounds like precedent. So it could just be a case of, what would you call it? Just like semantics? It could be that the judge didn't want it to be considered precedent. But to me, as far as I can tell, it sounds like it did set a precedent. I think what they were worried about, I'm sure the judge would have been concerned if there was a precedent set that all reaction videos are just okay across the board, because that would be a problem. But it sounds like this case has influence on a lot of copyright cases, and it established a norm, which, you know, is my understanding of what setting a precedent is. Klein's 2025 lawsuits agents against streamers. Context. In June 2025, Klein, through his company TED Entertainment Inc., I didn't even know that existed, filed copyright infringement lawsuits against 3 Twitch streamers, Denims, Frogan, and Caseytron, for their reactions to his video Content Nuke Hassan Piker. Klein alleged, I mean, the only thing that I don't love about it is he did present the video where he talks about how he's going to sue those content creators. He presented it as though creating that video was him intentionally laying a trap for those streamers. I think that's a little weird and sus, but to be fair, regardless of whether or not he was intentionally laying a trap for those streamers, I believe that what they did is copyright infringement. And that at least one of them openly admitted that what they wanted to do was copyright infringement. Not in those words, but they wanted to take views and support away from Ethan Klein by watching his content on their stream and giving nothing in return. Not even like a shout out, go follow this guy, great video, you know, give it a like a lot of reaction streamers do. Finn says, there was probably bitterness / targeting involved in the suit. But if he has a case, he has a case. Well, that is what I'm saying. It's a little weird that he was like laying a trap, but he has a case. I don't think he's wrong to be suing these people. Klein alleged these streamers streamed nearly the entire video with minimal or no commentary, failing to meet fair use standards. And based on what I saw of Ethan Klein's video, that seemed to be true. But obviously that's a biased source. Failing to meet fair use standards. For example, one streamer allegedly played 70 minutes of the 100-minute video without speaking, while another left it running during a bathroom break. Argument. Klein's lawsuits argue that these lazy reaction videos were not transformative and acted as substitutes for his original content, diverting views and revenue. He emphasized a lack of commentary with actions like smoking, scrolling Reddit, or being visibly disengaged, undermining any fair use claim. Potential precedent. These cases still ongoing as of my last update could further clarify the boundaries of fair use for reaction content, especially on live streaming platforms like Twitch, where commentary is often less structured than on YouTube. Well, that's very true. If courts rule in Klein's favor, it might establish a stricter standard for what constitutes transformative use in live reactions, potentially impacting how streamers approach such content. However, as of August 9th, 2025, no rulings have been reported, so no new precedents have been set yet. Did Ethan Klein set a precedent? Matt Hoss versus Klein, 2017. Klein didn't set the precedent himself, but his victory helped solidify fair use protections for reaction videos that include substantial commentary or criticism. It's a notable case in the creator economy, often referenced by content creators and legal scholars, but is not a Supreme Court ruling or a universally binding precedent. It's more of a persuasive guideline for lower courts. 2025 lawsuits, these could potentially contribute to legal clarity on fair use, especially for live-streamed reactions, but they haven't reached a resolution yet. Klein's shift from defendant to plaintiff highlights the nuance of fair use. He's using the same principles he once defended to argue that not all reactions qualify. If successful, these cases might influence future interpretations of fair use, but won't necessarily set a broad precedent unless they reach higher courts or gain significant legal traction. Public perception. Some criticize Klein for hypocrisy, given his past defense of fair use, with accusations that he's selectively targeting critics or baiting streamers to infringe. I think he did bait streamers to infringe, but they definitely took the bait. However, entrapment isn't a valid defense in civil copyright cases, and Klein's legal arguments appear strong based on the lack of transformative commentary by the defendants. Clarification on copyright precedent. In a political sense, a separate reference to an Ethan Klein. No, I don't think. Ethan Klein hasn't set definitive legal precedent, but his 2017 case has helped establish fair use guidelines for reaction videos. And his 2025 lawsuit may further refine these boundaries. The 2017 ruling is a key reference point, but is not a universal precedent, and the ongoing cases are too recent to have set one. There you go. There you go. So I guess technically you were right, Finn. You were technically right. Some say that that's the best kind of right. I don't know if you guys have ever heard this expression. I have a friend who likes to say you're technically right, which is the best kind of right. I don't know, dog. I ain't no copyright lawyer, so I have no real stance here. Well, I think we did what we do best on this stream, and we had different opinions, and I honestly, I think we've come closer together because we've found out that you're technically right, but it seems that we agree that there's definitely some sort of precedent-like setting vibes that happened in 2017. Yeah. Why aren't my homies doing what I want them to do on stream, guys? Why is Emilio playing Counter-Strike? Why is Arctic playing Clash Royale? I didn't even know that Marzi played WoW. I didn't even know that Marzi played WoW, guys. We could do what I did last night and just find a Just Chatting streamer to raid. We can find someone good. We can find someone good, brother. What do we got? What do we got here? I feel like it is really hard to find good Just Chatting streamers. Oh, there's me. I see myself. Right. Yeah, good joke, Finn. Good joke. Yeah, you know, my rating life was a lot easier when that was an option. I ain't gonna lie. Rating a stream that I actually want to watch is it's a nice fun thing to do, you know? Kind of ideal, I'd even say. It's kind of ideal. Got a stream here called Skincare Day. This is my phone I just bought. Yeah, when you scroll to the bottom of Just Chatting, it's a bit of a wasteland. Yo, there's a dude doing ASMR. I don't know if I've ever seen a guy doing ASMR on Twitch before. actually wild. He's got the ear microphones and everything. Those ear microphones are crazy, bro. Maybe that's what I need. No. No, sir. Let's catch up over lunch. Dude, what even is this stuff at the bottom of Just Chatting? Is that why they don't let you sort Just Chatting by low to high? Because it's just too cooked? It's X Devious is live. I wonder what he's doing. I should probably turn off the Pokemon music. I'm gonna be looking at people's streams. Where is the Pokemon music? I can't see the tab. I got too many tabs, bro. Got too many tabs, bro. I feel like it has to be in this one. This is it. Alright, is this stream gonna play? Is homie's bitrate too high for the stream to play? He's end stream. It kind of, but it says he's live. Looks like he's not live. Yeah, that's the problem. So I have to refresh and then scroll to the bottom again. Otherwise, half the streams there aren't live. I don't know how everyone is ending stream at all times. Seems to be the way it goes. It doesn't take that long. There mustn't be that many streams with like a lot of viewers in Just Chatting. Because it really doesn't take long to like get to the bottom. What's this guy? Reactions on reactions on reactions? He does look kind of funny with the shower cap.
In my opinion, for sure, for sure.
Being loud. Different vibe.
Nigga.
Different vibe. Oh, did I close the wrong? What is this? I always find that there's like a random stream open when I'm scrolling. Am I accidentally middle clicking streams when I scroll? It's like always a random stream open. ASMR with me. Who's this guy? I don't think that's the vibe. Good Lord. What are you saying good Lord in reference to? The stream that I accidentally opened? And good Lord in reference to that? Scary games, good vibes.
Lip gloss, everything. Like, you a gold digger for real? Damn.
What is this? Is this like Omegle?
Bro, this nigga's jorking it.
Horrendous stuff all around. Yeah, I just feel like surfing Omegle on Twitch is just such a freaking recipe for a ban. That is a recipe for a ban right there, my brother in Christ. That is a recipe for a ban, my brother. Hmm. What's this guy doing?
Say Robert. That's all I want to say. Robert.
Oh, he's reacting to a video of a guy. Okay, bro. This one's just playing Pop the Balloon. It looks like. Homie just be like playing Pop the Balloon. You know what I mean? He just be playing the show. Yeah, me. What is this? VTuber dad chilling to vids. Guys, should we watch VTuber dad chilling to vids? First stream. Is this guy's looking at his Tinder?
It's not that bad.
Your boy is back on PC.
Oh,
dude.
no.
I'm very happy to hear that, Migo. Also, welcome in, Migo. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. I don't know if I do want to watch this guy scroll through his Tinder. Feels kind of low vibration. Low vibration energy. So my RAM that I got didn't work, and I got to wait for my new case to come on Sunday. Well, I'm glad the PC is all coming together for you, Migo. I'm very glad. Very glad to hear that. Saturday morning pop-off session? Does anyone have raid recommendations? Preferably just chatting streams?
We should still be up right now.
No, he's stoned out of his mind. We should still be up right now. Yo,
Do you really like it?
Migo with the 10
I didn't think you'd even care.
biddies.
What? Morty, no. I love it. You did the most important thing. You bought something.
Thank you, Migo. Thanks for doing the most important thing and buying something. Appreciate you, Migo. Appreciate you. Appreciate the love. Appreciate that you stopped through on the regular. Hit us with the biddies on the regular. Thanks for showing love. Let's see if this guy's calmed down a bit. He seems cool.
Playing for the Falcons, a lot of niggas imitated.
He just listened to music. I don't entirely understand that.
Do you really like it?
30 for the politics.
I didn't think you'd even care.
30
what? Morty, no.
biddies for the
I
politics
love it.
from Finn.
You did the most important thing.
Yo.
You bought something.
Bro, I might have to tell our friend that he might be getting biddies if he talks about politics. I feel like our friend should talk about politics. I don't know why it is that he kind of refuses to talk about politics. I guess he's just not into it. But I feel like everyone's into it at the end of the day. I wonder if maybe he's just too worried to say things that people won't like. I wonder if that's why he won't talk about politics. What is this shirtless guy doing? Day 9 out of 31 24-hour stream. Is it interesting though? No. No. Ain't gonna be me. Couldn't be me. Ain't gonna happen. Rerun streams? Ain't gonna be that. That's the fun part. Yeah, like disagreeing on stuff. I mean, I feel like I do a pretty good job. Like, I feel like just the fact that I'm Christian, I feel like means that 99% of people on Twitch are gonna disagree with me. But I like to think I do a pretty good job of being reasonable about what I believe. We are on the comeback.
I do it.
Tiddles?
You do it. No, I'm joking. Wait,
He's
this
so young,
Wait.
dude. He just looks like a kid, bro. He looks like a kid, bro. Wait. Birthday stream? Another year older? That's too much Japanese for me, bro. I'm a bit of a weeb. Well, that was too much Japanese for me. Birthday boy. That's what I'm saying, bro. Birthday boy. This guy's doing art, I guess. I don't know. This line doesn't look not great. For a second, I thought my local bookstore was doing a live stream. That would be pretty cool. I didn't really understand party streams. Always this old guy. Do you watch anime dubbed? I definitely watch some anime dubbed. There are certain animes where I'm very nostalgic for the dub. Like I watch Pokemon dubbed. I wonder if I should watch later Pokemon not dubbed, because I don't like that they changed the voice actors for Pokemon. But I definitely watched like the first season of Pokemon and the movie dubbed. I watched Dragon Ball Z dubbed. That's fair, yeah. I watched Dragon Ball Z dubbed. I watched Naruto dubbed. That doesn't mean I would necessarily have to watch dub now. Same about not liking the change. Yeah, dude, the change for Pokemon was wild. And it's just because I didn't want to pay the voice actors properly, which is really cringe. Trying to think, what have I watched subbed? What have I watched subbed? I watched Hunter x Hunter subbed. To be fair, I watched like 3 episodes. Yikes? What's the yikes that I'm thinking about what I've watched subbed? You tell me, if you're going to just say yikes, Death Note? I watched Death Note dubbed. I was like 13 or something when I watched Death Note though. Yeah, I feel like, oh, I forgot. It was before that. XD, no shade to you. Not even sure what you mean. Death Note dub is dope. Well, yeah, I actually do feel like the Death Note dub was good. Oh, yeah. About them not wanting to pay VAs properly. Oh, right. Yeah. Not wanting to pay the voice actors properly. That is a yikes for sure. That is a yikes. But yeah, sometimes with the stream delay, something like a yikes or a yes or a no just comes through without any context. And it's like, I don't know what you're agreeing with or not agreeing with. What's this guy doing? What's this guy doing?
In sometimes. It's just how I go. All right. But majority is men. Cool. I mean, majority is women. So I like, you know what I'm saying?
And you guys can weigh in if you want. Like,
I get to pick my
you guys
clients.
want me to raid this guy? What do you think?
And the big ballers, if they paying, you know what I'm saying?
Embark on this journey with me
you
every
nigga,
day
bro.
during midnight.
I'm
Or
gonna
go
rub
to
you
sleep.
down. Or
Gaming
P.
reacts,
Diddy
one
style.
follow.
But this
10
one
push-ups.
is one woman in particular.
We could get this guy doing a lot of push-ups, guys.
She
We could have this guy doing a lot of push-ups.
She likes.
If we all just followed him.
She likes my massages, right? So I'm just giving you like an idea of what
I get that.
the
It's
massages
tricky. I
look
need
like,
to
right?
get
So
better. I don't like that he's letting Discord noties go because I literally checked my Discord because I was hearing Discord noties. Blessed new car soon. What's he reacting to though? Wait, his name is just Zorro?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yo, that's gang shit.
Pussy, dude.
Nah, weird vibe. Like watching someone else play a game? Kind of weird vibe. He calls me Silas the way I used. VTubers, what's this guy? 24-hour stream.
Yep, you heard me.
Homie just watching Adventure Time, bruh. Anyone can watch Adventure Time. Short react stream. I don't know. I swear I'm not even that much into reacting. I'm definitely more into people that just really talk to the chat. Late night shenanigans?
Addiction. She has to realize the biggest thing in this
watching TLC.
situation, which is her son.
If his reaction's good, but I'm almost worried there's too much chat activity for chatting in this guy's stream to matter.
Don't look nothing like. I swear to him, like she got
Think about
anything.
Yeah, I just don't even know, bruh. It's really hard to find good just chatting streams to raid because I feel like we scrolled to the bottom, we didn't find anything particularly great, and then yeah, I don't know. And then I scrolled up, and then we were already hitting like 30 viewers or something. Feels like too many. Like the chat was already popping off. I want to show someone the love that kind of needs the love. He added a mean. Well, it's hard to find a diamond in the rough, you know? Hard to find a diamond in the rough. Sort of need to get down to the rough. Scroll. We're already looking at people with like 20 viewers after like scrolling twice. Not a lot of people getting a lot of views on just chatting. I think it's one of the reasons is it's an important category to actually show some love to some people. Tap in, back to regular schedule. This guy caught my attention. Looks like he has a good camera.
When it's free.
What's he saying?
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why would I? You know, why would I? It's free.
I don't know what he's talking about.
It's free.
It kind of seems like he's whispering.
Thank you there to Lilith.
I don't know. Am I just too hypercritical, guys? It kind of seemed like homie was whispering. This is like finding a needle in a haystack. It is exactly like finding a needle in a haystack. But the thing is if you do actually find a stream that's like decent, it's very rewarding. Okay, he's watching something in another language. So that's no go for me. I'm always confused when there's like a hot girl and she has one viewer. But I think it might be fake because the profile picture is a different girl. Pyrocryptic VOD reruns. Well, we definitely don't want that. I never really understood the VOD rerun thing. Doesn't that just diminish the whole value of Twitch? Doesn't it diminish the whole value of Twitch, bruh? The nice thing is that it's live and you can talk to the person chilling out on stream while I edit. That's boring. While you edit and you go. I was breathing into the microphone, but it looked like OBS wasn't even picking it up. The noise rejection is pretty good. Mm. Mm. All right, well, we made it to the bottom of just chatting to someone with 0 viewers. Yeah, I don't really understand streaming while you're editing. I mean, I guess people can do whatever they want. I'm a picky guy. I'm a picky guy. I'm a picky guy. Did we already click on this guy? He looks like he's actually engaging with the chat.
Let's play.
Well, that's a bad frame rate, though.
Hey, let's play.
Bad audio, too. Talk with me for real, he says. Okay, why? I hope he pulls up a video or something. I hope he's not just postage stamp on a black background. No noise filters. Lots of fan noise. How to find good streamer, bro? Do you guys have any recommendations? I don't know if we're gonna find something good, guys. You find something good? This guy's chilling with his homie.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, workout game? Feel me? Mia, ask your question, Mom.
And the music's too loud. Don't know what he's saying. Chill Mysic stream. Travel with me. What is this? Characters welcome 24/7. Only 2 people on my mind are Z-Boars and Emil.
What do you say? Let's go upstairs, take the rest of the trash out. 2 more.
Yeah, I'm not into CS:GO at all, really. And I don't really like to raid and then leave straight away. I kind of like to raid and be like, oh, it was a vibe. I'm just not into CS. What's Z-Boss doing? What's Z-Boss doing? Z-Boss. Z-Boss. What he doing? What the dog do? Pikmin 4. I just don't really care about Pikmin 4. I kind of walked into a scene. What do you mean you kind of walked into a scene? Oh, like streaming wise? Like you discovered Vlunt, you discovered myself, you discovered Z-Boss, you discovered Emil. You kind of discovering the dope Australian streamers? Is that what you mean? You walked in on the dope Australian streamer scene? Number 1 struggling streamer, bro. Is this going to be e-begging? What is he doing? Someone just said nice camera quality. Okay, I don't even think he's like engaged. He's just on his phone. He's just on his phone, blood. He's on his phone, blood. TikTok film/stream midnight. No, that's weird. That's a kid sleeping in a bed. That ain't right. That ain't right, blood. We live right now. Can't even hear him, bruh. Can't even hear him. At least we're still looking at people with like 1 viewers. We haven't hit territory where there's no point in rating. We already clicked on this guy, right? He was watching something in another language, I think, was why I clicked off. What is he doing? What is he actually doing, though? He just looks like he's watching videos on his computer just for himself, bro. He just hanging out on himself, bro. What? What, Finn? Are you trying to say that that's what I do? I swear it's not what I do. When I stream, it's for you guys. Everything I do is for you guys when I stream, bro. And I hope you can tell. I hope you can tell everything I do is for you. What's happening here? The actual streamer's getting a drink, I guess.
Oh, you didn't like from
Streaming in his kitchen. They got like 5 people watching. I don't really understand what's happening. Yeah, I feel like some people treat live streaming like it's just like, yeah, whatever. I don't even know why they have 5 people watching. Me and Spidey, we taking over Fortnite. Okay, bro. Okay, bro. Let me know when you took over Fortnite, bro. Yeah, dude, this is a hard game, bro. United House Reacts. What does that mean? Oh, like Manchester. Oh, I should have figured from the jersey and the flag and the hat. It's like United. I like the concept of being united. So many people put in the hours consistently, but it lacks direction, just slop content so they never get more viewers. It's really true, isn't it? It's like, it kind of confuses me. And I almost wonder if it can be a case of self-deception where they're like, well, I'm streaming, so I'm doing something, I'm being productive. I think, is this the kid we clicked on before? Tiddles? Yeah, that's the kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We didn't check out this guy. 200x? I think it's the whole not thinking about things critically / more deeply. I don't know.
Until certain shit come my way.
So quiet.
You only live once, bruh.
See, the thing about really quiet streams is you can like crank up your volume like crazy, but then as soon as you open up another stream or another video, you're going to go deaf. And it just doesn't feel worth it, bruh. Reacting to Rika? Is this going to be one of these ones where you think...
not today. Oh my god, it just keeps doing it. No. Chat,
I don't know what's going on there, bruh. Couple of kids, bruh. Couple of certified kids, bruh. Games, anyone? I've heard someone say that rating female streamers is a waste of time. Is that even English? What? Was that even English, bro? RL bowling stream? I think all I am really looking for is someone that's going to be attentive to chat, read chat, talk to chat, and have decent audio and video. But see, we're now at the point where people have stopped being live. Wait, why? Why what? Why am I looking for someone that's attentive to chat? Because I feel like the whole point of raiding is like connecting with another community. Oh, wait, I didn't read your other message. A couple streamers I watch somewhat regularly. I can max volume on my PC and still can barely hear, especially if they're reacting to content that's even quieter than them. Why is it a waste of time to raid female streamers, I meant? This is not an opinion of mine. This is an opinion of a streamer that I won't name, who feels that when he raids a female streamer, they just don't really care. They're just not really that thankful. You might be deaf, bro. No, there's a lot of streamers that are just their volume is extremely low, and you have to like crank it all the way up to hear them at all. There's a lot of streamers, especially if we're like trawling through the bottom. This guy has asked me anything is the title. Now I think my PC is messed up and has too low volume.
It was because it was broken.
Wait, this guy?
Yeah.
Does he have a different chat going though? I hate when they're streaming somewhere else.
I was playing baseball with my brother, and like this.
I really don't like when people are live on all the other platforms and so they don't pay attention to Twitch. I've probably harmed my hearing over the years, so I might be projecting Lamau. I have a sneaking suspicion, given that this chat is empty and there's this chat and there's this list of social media platforms at the top, that he's live in other places. And I've fallen for that before. I've rated people with like 0 viewers, 1 viewer, only to find out that they're only really talking to and responsive to their kick chat, and they don't even look at Twitch. I just don't like it. And I like, people say that you should multi-stream if you really want to make it, but I really don't like separating the chat out like that. I like that when you're on Twitch and everyone's on Twitch, it feels like you actually have a community and people like responding to each other in chat and stuff like that. It's looking a bit rough out here, guys. It's looking a bit rough out here. Funny mic reaction, then IRL. If this has good audio, this could be good. You love a self-aware.
Yeah, you ain't know? No, I ain't know.
Did I jinx it? 2 days update. Plus I can learn trees? I don't even know what that means. Now, is this someone streaming someone else's stream, or is this the guy that's actually streaming? I'm just listening to music. I don't like when people just listening to music, bro. I don't like that. I don't like that, bro. I don't like that, bro. That's Kai Cenat Lamau. Right, so that's just someone re-streaming Kai Cenat's stream, which is what I thought. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's Kai Cenat. But I didn't want to say it if it wasn't, you know, because I didn't want to be, you know what I'm saying? You guys know what I'm trying to say? Do you guys get what I'm trying to say? What I didn't want to say? What I didn't want to accidentally do? You know what I mean? I'm not that familiar with Kai Cenat. Yeah. Maya knows what I'm talking about, dude. Early morning vibey. This looks like a press conference. Is someone just re-streaming a press conference? Okay, they're like making a show, I feel like. That's the guy that looks like he's talking to his chat.
WIN? Hey, let's go. Let's go, chat.
I like it. Let's raid this guy. Why not?
Let's go. Hey, let's go. I can't even see that name. Someone said Bloodhound. Oh, what's up, bro?
Although I probably should.
How you doing? Welcome to the stream.
Streaming and stuff.
What do I press to get it back?
That's his bio.
Like that, okay.
We didn't really let anything.
This is a pretty cool tripod, I can't lie.
Alright, we're gonna raid this guy.
Does he look like me?
Looks like he actually talks to chat. I don't know why he's in a car with a child.
Not playing.
Hopefully everything's above board.
Yeah, but we just about to go bowling.
And we're gonna say, what are we gonna say? We're gonna say he cast raid. Hi.
Driver yapping some
Ayan.
Someone say, who's that weirdo beside you?
How are you? Are you good at bowling?
Oh, that's you. So why someone call you a weirdo, bro?
We're gonna put some emotes. We'll have some peepcast emotes. The peep eyes. The peep cast.
Banned from following me.
And we'll copy those.
Yeah, he's not a weirdo, bro. That's the
V.
goal. That's Sherb.
Copy the whole message.
Sherb Jr. There's like a full family of Sherbs.
C. I'll put it in chat. That's the raid message. Real quick, try and copy the raid message, please.
That is not Yusuf, bro.
You don't have to hang around, but if you could just copy that raid message and put a 1 in chat when you copied that raid message, that would mean the world to me. It would probably mean the world to Ayan. You know, this could be the beginning of the birth of a new community.
Hey, language, bro. Sherb's on top. Someone said Sherb's on top.